Here we go. Hello all and welcome. Thank you so much for your patience, by the way. We were just working out a couple of things. As you could imagine, multiple people, it's a lot of new work to deal with. But hey, the fact is, we're here. We're pretty dang good for time. And we're excited to play some Dungeons and Dragons. I am your host, naturally, Nate. I'm joined by SpacePants.
Hi, everybody.
And our Dungeon Master today, the esteemed and legendary Josh. Take it away, my sir.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. First of all, let me introduce my cat also. This is Milo. He is very sweet. He's also a menace. Mwah. All right. So, without further ado, the game that we will be playing is a Dungeons and Dragons game, but it is called ShadowDark. And just checking to make sure that that screen transitioned correctly.
Yes, on my end it is.
Yep, on screen is ShadowDark. Sure.
Wonderful. So, the game we will be playing is ShadowDark. For anybody who is unfamiliar with this system, it is a lot like Dungeons and Dragons, except it is heavily inspired by old school D&D. It takes a lot of the old school design philosophy, and it mixes it with mechanics that new players will recognize, and it is wonderful for playing horror games. And my favorite thing about it is it's less about how you've built your character and more about using your imagination and wits. So, and fittingly for a horror game, you all will be playing first 0 level characters in our game. Ordinary people, fresh off the streets, and who are not yet adventurers, and they certainly are not yet heroes.
Fun.
As for our campaign setting, our campaign setting is the world of Eberron. Eberron is somewhere between fantasy and steampunk, between Lord of the Rings and Indiana Jones. It is a world forged by war, where magic is real and can be explored using the scientific process. One of the people's best technology in this world is binding elemental spirits into crystals and using them to power vehicles. This includes the Elemental Galleon, which is a ship powered by steam and not by water. Wait, reverse that. It is not powered by steam, but actually by the power of a water elemental. And we will get more into that in just a second. It will play a big part in today's adventure. Your story begins in Sharn, the city of towers, a medieval-style city that grows tall thanks to air elemental magic, which stabilizes it. With the goal of striking it big as adventurers, you board an elemental galleon, a ship powered by a water elemental, for a one-way ticket to Zendrick, the cursed continent, and the city of Stormreach. Stormreach is an outpost on this accursed continent, and it offers mystery, adventure, and danger for all who arrive. In Stormreach, it is said that any adventurer can rise to the top if only they can find the will and power to survive. You take the Elemental Galleon southwest across the Thunder Sea, passing through the harrowing Strait of Shargon. And as you do, your ship encounters a terrible storm. Even though your ship is powered by a water elemental and piloted by a half-elf with the magical dragon mark of storm, the tempest proves all too harsh. Your ship runs afoul of a rocky island, the very teeth of Shargon himself. Stranded on the reef as you are easy pickings for the Sahuagin, who dwell in the antediluvian island. The Sahuagin are deep-dwelling sea creatures who resemble something between a man and a shark. They have captured you and the crew, knocking you out and dragging you inland. After some time, you awaken.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, there's a lot of
look at us.
bodies. Well, that doesn't look
Yep.
good.
Far
That's
too
Randall.
far too much time has passed by the look of it. Several of the crew are now missing. Bodies of fish creatures litter the floor. You and your comrades untie yourselves. As you struggle to make meaning of this horrible situation, let's end my monologue and let you introduce your characters briefly, for they may not survive.
Oh God.
Yeah. I have very little confidence in some of them. That's for sure. Oh my
Would
god.
you like to go first?
Um,
I can go.
you can go first. You seem a little more
Okay.
prepared than I am when it comes to that.
So, I am playing 3 characters today because our characters are very, very, very squishy. I'll start off with Droney. He is a Dalkir half-blood, and he has a mutation on his arm, and it's really gross looking. He's a relatively nice guy, and just your average person who can smash things. I don't know. Next, we have Sir Snurf. Sir Snurf is a human who is also a war hero and very famous. Some say he is a little, well, he's very confident and proud of himself. Let's just say that. Then we have Helga. Let me open her character sheet. Helga is an orc. She is also likes to smash things. She's chaotic. She's a sailor. I forgot to tell people their background. War hero. Indebted. I forgot. Droney is indebted. We'll see what that means. If he survives, we're going to make these characters a lot more fleshed out. But seeing as how squishy they all are, don't want to put too much love into them. And Helga is a pirate or a sailor, and that's her little background. I think that's about it for my characters, and of course, you'll hear more about them if they survive.
All right, Nate.
So, I'm going to start with the one that I find the most interesting, which is Harvester, the Warforged Scholar. He's well, I can't really say he's a he. I suppose he's potentially gender neutral depending on how he wants to perceive himself, since he's
Well, all Warforged are able to determine their own gender identity.
Oh,
So,
okay.
mhm.
Well, Harvester just identifies himself as information. So we're gonna just roll with that. Next up, I have Terran, who is a human with the dragon mark of finding, which is quite fun. Who's just a bit of an urchin. He's had a bit of a rough time on the streets himself, but he's got streetwise knowledge because of it, and he was looking for his potentially next decent score by just jumping on a ship with a couple of other random people that he thought he could maybe rip off. And last but not least, we have Borwas, who is our little gnome seeker. Super likes blood, very much enjoys the current situation he's found himself in. But he's a tiny man, and he might collect a little bit of blood because he's a bit of a freak.
Good. Thank you both for introducing your characters. Now, as you both know, and the audience might know, y'all are level 0 characters, meaning you do not have adventuring classes yet. You are just normal dudes off the street. And if you survive this adventure, you will become officially adventurers, and you will become level 1 with class. So,
class. With class.
mhm. Oh yeah. But as for right now that you've introduced yourselves, 3 fundamental truths occur to you at the very same time. 1. If you want to make it to Stormreach alive, you must get back to your ship. 2. The only people who can pilot it are half-elves with the dragon mark of storm. Only their inborn magic can control the water elemental and the ship simultaneously. And 3. Your pilot is nowhere to be seen. Doubtlessly, the Sawagan have taken him deeper into the dark Cyclopean ruins. Your only path to escape begins by going deeper into the ruins. And with that, let me describe this room you find yourselves in. Then we'll need to roll initiative. So,
Already?
Remember that in this game, initiative is, well, we can probably handle this a different way, but this is a very turn-based game, and it's old school, so you roll initiative even for going turn to turn. It's not necessarily an indication of combat.
Ooh, okay.
Let me just describe this room right quick. Corpses of horrible fish-like creatures lay strewn across the floor. A single torch in the south, or a single torch on the wall sconce lights this room. There are a total of 3 doors, one each to the south, east, and west. Moonlight pours in from a window on the north wall, accompanied by the sound of wind and crashing waves. Firelight shines through cracks in the south door, accompanied by sounds of horrible chanting. There's also a bag of backpacks that lay in a corner. Let's just go ahead and say that all the characters grab up backpacks, and that's how you guys have your inventories. How does that sound?
Sounds good to
Makes
me.
sense. Logical.
Good. And with that, I would like for you each to choose one character to be the lead for your faction, and make a dexterity check for initiative.
All right. Dex check, dex check. Come on, Sir Snurf.
Oh.
Hey, first roll, critical success.
Wonderful.
Hey, well done. Well done.
Good, Sir Snurf.
I
Like, I'm not surprised.
might have to go with Harvester, just logically, because I don't think the other two would really be much about trying to take control of anything. Okay.
Josh.
Yeah.
You said that we needed somebody with the dragon mark of storm to power the ship?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, just double checking. Now, I don't think any of us have that. Right?
You do not.
Have to find
However,
somebody.
My session
your
has
ship...
expired.
What has expired?
It says my session has expired. Hang on.
Oh, it's okay. You should
no.
be able to rejoin seamlessly.
Yeah, we'll do that. Give me a sec.
Sure. Perfect opportunity for me to explain. Yes, the only people who can control your elemental-powered ship are half-elves with the dragon mark of storm. Yes, your captain, the first mate, and one other pilot all have it. However, they are nowhere to be seen.
First mate. And what was the last one? Just another...
Just another dude.
Okay, Harvester's gotten
dude.
18. Feels pretty good.
And I know I told y'all to choose one each, but why don't y'all actually make dexterity checks for all your dudes?
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
Joni did okay. And if you're watching the chat, our rolls should all be in the bottom left corner right there, guys. Hopefully everybody can see. Yay.
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 Yep, I've got it pulled up on my screen, and those rolls are showing up very, very nicely.
Yay.
Let me do the rolls.
My video's too blurry. I can't even see anything.
And we got some support in the chat, too, I see. That's nice. Hi, friends in the chat.
Hi, friends in the chat.
Let's see, we'll do Borwas.
We're all gonna
Ooh,
die.
Not as
I hope
good.
so.
And Terran. Oh, Terran, no.
Terran? Terran,
Terran,
no.
you rolled a 9. Oh, no. Okay,
Terran.
well.
Well,
that's just...
it's okay. That just means this is just order of activation, and when monsters roll, they'll get thrown in the mix.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yay!
Yay.
so, I'm sure that there's a real way to do this in Roll20 to manage initiative, but heck if I know. Anyway, so
I Google
Sir,
that.
the first person's turn is Sir Schnurf.
Sure, Schnurf.
Yes, would you please, what would you like to do on your turn?
I would like to go towards the light, of course.
Very
I'm
good.
going to have him.
The one torch, yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's about 6 spaces. I appreciate you moving it like a sorry piece. That's fine. Good. And in ShadowDark, plus the fact that you're able to move in 3 dimensions, not in straight lines, I'm gonna say that you're already there. You can pick up the torch if you like. Heck,
Yes.
you could even
Pick up the torch.
all right. Sure. So I believe you can see if you can grab on that torch icon and move it.
I can't move it. It looks like. Well,
let
me.
It should be controlled by all players. So let me just reiterate.
I can adjust the way it's
You can rotate it.
Wow. So cool. All right. Try moving it now.
Oh, there we go.
Try taking it to a different space. There we go. Good. So, if you want to move Sir Schnurf and the torch at the same time, just highlight them and move them.
How cool is this?
Which, by the way, if you scroll down, it occurs to you that there's actually a crack in the door just ahead, with which you can see through. Tell me what you see, like you, Jenny, looking through the door.
Well, let's see.
Josh, is it time for torch timer?
No.
Do you want me to turn it on?
Like it.
Yes, yes, I forgot to mention, please start the 1-hour torch timer now.
All right.
This torch timer goes... When the torch timer goes out, the torch is dead and you will need a new one. For those in the chat who don't know,
I'm backing up. I'm
there
trying to just go up against the door.
It's all right. So a couple things at a time. That was a fine place for you to be in, but let's talk about what's going on. There's a couple things.
That's a good idea.
One, when the torch goes out, you will not be able to see. No character has dark vision, and so it is extremely important that you find another torch as soon as possible. Otherwise, you'll be floundering in the dark. Secondly, I don't think you saw anything you didn't need to see. If you were in that space, you could look straight through that door. So let me just go ahead and tell you what you see here. Approaching the south door, you hear the sound of chanting, grunting, and the gnashing of teeth. As I told you, light pours in through the cracks around the door, and peering through the door, you see a circular room lined with large, monstrous stone idols and 3 equidistant roaring fires. Okay, Nate, why don't you pull up a character and put them in the space just below Sir Schnurf?
Just below Sir Schnurf. Yeah, can do. How much movement do they have? What's that dependent on?
Don't worry about that.
At the moment,
I'll give this to one for you for free since we're trying to illuminate folks for the chat.
Okay.
So just choose one of your dudes to peer through the door.
I feel like Terran would be the cocky one here, so just below Sir Schnurf.
Yep, great. that should illuminate things considerably.
No, I wonder if that's
I
based on the torch then?
I can see a lot of stuff.
Can you?
I can see a lot of not. I don't like the stuff I
I mean,
see.
I can only see like 2 slivers of light going through.
All right, hold on. Let's try that again. There we go.
Ah, yep, I can see a lot more now. Oh,
Eh,
For some reason,
I know.
I did not assign your character eyeballs. So that was my
Boring.
problem. And yeah, so
now he has working eyeballs. That's good. That's good.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
This
So
looks bad.
let me give this room description again. This circular room is filled with large, monstrous stone idols and 3 equidistant roaring fires. Near the center of the room, victims are tied up with rope. Surrounding the victims are 3 Sahuagin dancing in ecstatic fervor. The blood scattered on the floor and smeared on a path to a chute in the southwest corner indicates that this is clearly some sacrificial ritual. On the far
This
side,
is clearly a sacrificial ritual.
on the far side of the room, a pile of weaponry lay unattended. I'll let that have been Schnurf's turn, if that's all right with you, Jenny.
That's good.
All right. And that movement is a
continues to
bonus
point
for
out
Terran.
bodies.
Harvester's turn. What will you do?
Ooh, I definitely feel like I should move him up, but
Sure.
I mean, I feel like the moment we properly, because I mean, the door's open, isn't it? Like we can, obviously they can tell we're here, or we kind of like being sneaky at the minute.
Y'all are being a little sneaky a little bit. However, mainly those Sahuagin are extremely preoccupied with kowtowing their spiritual guides for this ritual.
Right. Okay.
I see.
And it was in the room in a corner. We mentioned the pile of weapons as well, because we don't really
Yes.
have any.
I don't have it
weapons.
marked on the map, but it should be about here that the pile
Down
of
there.
weapons are.
Okay.
Yeah. And let's see.
I definitely feel
Also,
like I need to move him up, but I don't know.
I
mean, obviously, I
will
don't feel like we're ready to engage yet. We need to kind of figure out how we're going to do this.
good. I will go ahead and give you this guidance as the dungeon master. You
Oh.
are, if you could very well try to charge the Sahuagin right now, and you would almost all certainly die.
Great.
However, if you hope to overpower these Sahuagin, I would suggest you explore the rest of these ruins in the hope that you could find resources to meet them.
That seems pretty smart. Yeah, that makes sense. Because you're right. There are other directions to go. We could not go in that room right away. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I will
Okay.
not stop you if that's your choice, but I wanted it to be an educated choice.
That makes a lot of logical sense, and I think you're speaking a lot of truths, and so I would guess that Harvester might maybe like just touch Sir Schnurf and Terran on the shoulders and be like, hey, we're not going in there right now. You know, seems dangerous. Let's have a look around. So that logically makes sense. So I think he's gonna tell them, let's not engage. Let's look around.
So Sir Snurf is like, yes, of course. And he dusts off his shoulder where you touched him. And he's like,
I'll get oil on it next time.
so he agrees and he's like, yes, I was thinking the same thing.
Next in the turn order is Borwas.
Or was.
Okay.
Now let me tell you,
Hmm?
regrouping is something you can do with all your characters for free. If you move on your turn, I will let you move all your characters up to around where your dude is. And that should save us some time in exploration.
Josh, do we, quick question, do we have any inspiration tokens?
Yes, each of your characters has 1 luck token. 1. You can
What?
use it for a reroll or to force a reroll on my behalf. So, and each of you only has one. It is marked on your character sheet, so when you use it, I will certainly ensure that you mark it off.
Okay.
But if you pull up your character sheet, it is on. It's just above your stats. It's on this. In fact, on one of the red lines, it says stats, and on the same line, it says luck.
With a little gold coin.
Bingo.
All right.
You can spend that luck to make a reroll, and I expect you to spend it judiciously. You can also gain further luck by making good roleplay choices. Really good role-playing choices.
I see. All right.
So yes, it is Borwas's turn.
Was.
Okay. Let's see. It looks like we've got a staircase to the east. There's a kind of a door up here, but it doesn't really look like it's maybe going to go anywhere. And we can't quite see over to the west, but there might not be much. So I'm going to go.
If you, for your information, this is not a door; it is a window.
Ah, okay. Cool. Good to know. Well, according to what I can only see as Borwas, it looks like this is only really the way to go over here on the east. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe move him. How far am I allowed to move him?
You can move him about 6 squares. Count diagonals as 1, and also give or take 1 or 2 squares, and it's not a big deal.
Okay, we'll go about here then. I'd say just about to the staircase.
Great. You can clearly see up this short staircase. You cannot. But what is on the upside of that staircase, you cannot see. Good. And do you want to regroup your characters with you?
Yes, I will do a little shifty shift.
I'll go ahead and help you with that.
Shifty,
you,
shifty,
sir.
shifty.
Great.
Oh, wait for me.
All right.
I have the light.
That would be fine. You can go ahead and regroup too, Jenny.
Okay.
And put yourselves in whatever order you like. Since we're on roll 20 and not dealing with minis, I'm gonna let y'all deal with that. Good. So, according to my list, it's now Droney's turn.
All right, Droney.
You can begin to see into this large circular room up ahead. It has smooth stone walls, but what else is going on, you can't quite tell from here.
Droney kind of, with his giant hand, just kind of pushes through Harvester and Boris.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, excuse me, thank you, excuse me. And he's now maybe on the steps.
Sure. I believe Sir Schnurf had the torch, but are you trying to take it with you?
Let's say Droney, before he does that, he turns to Sir Schnurf and he's like, "Give me that." Grabs the torch and walks forward, and Snurf is like, okay, I'm sorry.
I'll help you with that. All right.
Thank you.
So, let me tell you what you see. This large circular room has smooth walls completely covered in intricate scratchings. In the center is a statue resembling something like an octopus through a hole, and I was going to say something else, but you don't see it yet. You do not yet see the far side of this room. With that in mind, let me go ahead and show you what this statue looks like.
Okay.
It looks something like this.
Oh, so beautiful.
That's cool.
So does
Class.
it? And you see it too, Nathan?
Yeah,
I'm not
that was
sure.
cool.
Oh,
I like how that worked.
we
It like gave me a little pop up on the screen like that. That's really cool.
Cool.
Isn't that just beautiful, guys?
Yeah, that's
So
great.
great.
Yeah, it
The
looks
features.
something. It looks something like that. Good. So, with that in mind, you've only used about half your movement. What would you like to do, Droney?
I would like to step into the room.
All right. Sure.
And
you can...
start to walk towards the
Just touch me.
statue in the middle of the room.
All right. As you approach the statue, you get a better picture of it. It is on a pedestal. Yes, stay right there. Good. It is a statue on a pedestal about 3 feet tall, and this pedestal is inscribed with strange characters that you don't understand. You cannot read them. This, as I said, this statue resembles an octopus, except it has a person's face and altogether too many arms.
That's too
Uh,
many arms.
The arms each end in sharp tips and shine with a razor's blade. Beneath the arms shimmer trinkets and coins. And as you step a foot within reach, the stone plates beneath it give way,
No.
and and the arms of the octopus thing start shifting and blasting up and down rapidly.
Blasting.
Yeah, start blasting. However, you're able to quickly take your foot off, and it reveals that as long as you don't get within 5 feet of the statue, you're going to be just fine.
All right, that
So
is good information.
not within
to know.
5 feet of the blasting statue.
Yeah,
Right.
unfortunately, the coins and trinkets, and you even see 3 bottles of lightly glowing mixtures underneath the arms. Under this situation, it's just completely impossible to reach them without triggering the trap. Unless you think of something clever.
Oh. Well, let me look at his character sheet right quick. What does he have? Does he have some kind of rope and a hook? His rope, his pole. Oh, he has a pole. A 10-foot pole.
Yeah, that's right.
What are you
All
What are you thinking?
I want to try to push off some of the stuff in a with some strength behind it to
Okay.
like throw some of these items onto the floor and make them scatter across.
Yeah. Away from the statue. I get you. Okay.
Good. Make so I know you said you wanted to use strength, but that just won't work in this situation. Make a dexterity check for me.
Dex check. Here we go. Come on, Droney. Damn it, Droney.
Oh.
All right, you are able to get 1 item out from underneath those arms.
Do I get to pick it?
Regrettably, no.
Let me roll.
Droney. Oh, these guys are like hopeless.
All right. You knock off a sackcloth. It falls to the ground on top of the plate, but without depressing it. You could go ahead and pick it up if you wanted.
I would like to.
In this bag are 5 scales. They are shimmer. They appear to be dragon scales, worth 5 gold coins each.
Yay. What should I put them in gear or should I put them in
you should put them in your free to carry gear, yes.
Okay, so 5 dragon scales.
And do parentheses 5 gold each.
All right.
Good.
Dragon scales,
And with that, we're going to move on to Helga's turn. Still under the arms of the statue are 1 yellow potion and 2 clear potions. And what will Helga do?
Oh. Helga, if possible, when Droney, I'm just now starting to remember all my characters' names. Droney is pushing through. Helga kind of walks with him, leaving Sir Snurf.
Sure.
All alone in the dark. Poor man. Let's see, what does Helga have? Helga has a short bow, arrows, flint, and steel. Damn it. Well, can Helga say, Droney, let me give that a try with your pole
Go for it.
and do the same thing?
Yes,
Cool.
make a dexterity check for her too.
Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Helga's going to do much better. She's going to do so much better. Hey! Hey!
With
cool.
Nat 20.
clearly deploying some of her acumen and dexterity and fine motor skills developed from her time on a ship, Helga takes the wooden 10-foot pole and lightly knocks the 3 potions out from underneath the trapped statue.
Yay.
You are able to pick them up.
Huzzah. Is there anything when I look at them, do I have any ability to tell maybe what they are by my experience?
Well, if this were anything other than a level 0 game, I would say no, not immediately. However, you have beginner's luck, and I will go ahead and tell you that the yellow-colored potion is a potion of healing.
Yay, potion of healing. Okay, so I gotta, and this does need to go in gear, right?
Yes, and the 2 clear potions are each 1 potion of invisibility.
Okay. Do.
So, while you get that figured out, let's go ahead and have Taryn take her turn. To his turn. Is Taryn a boy or a girl?
Taryn's a boy. Thank you. That's so
Taryn
rude. That's so rude.
Sorry.
It's okay. Taryn doesn't give a shit. He's an urchin. He don't care. Okay. Well, Taryn, hearing the sound of jingle jingle, decides to come and investigate and be like, "Ooh, isn't that fun, shiny?" Obviously, he's not going to steal off people that he's, not fully aware of their capabilities. So he's not going to do that just yet. But he might have a little nose around the room and be kind of curious if there's maybe other goodies around. So, are there any kind of skills I can utilize about searching the room?
Well, you asked that with the exact right person, Taryn. So under normal rules, this is really old school. You do not normally make wisdom checks to find something. You normally use your own wits and narrative to look for something. So, for example, if you wanted to search the walls for something, you would say, I want to go up to the wall, touch it with my bare hands, and see if I find anything unusual. That said, Taryn represents a significant exception because he has the magical Dragon Mark of Finding.
Oh yeah.
And with the Dragon Mark of Finding, once a day you can ask me to reveal to you the location of the nearest hidden thing. I will not give you any more information than that, other than it is the nearest hidden thing. And if circumstances change in the dungeon, if more things become hidden later, I will not be able to update you on that. It's able to be used once a day.
Yeah, makes sense. Is it worth using now? I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, because I don't know if there's really any other dangers in the room. Just from observing the room, at least from what I can tell, is there anything that maybe looks a little out of the ordinary for Taryn besides the statue, of course?
Besides the overall vibe of this place, the stone walls seem so smooth. It can't just have been an act of natural erosion that made this cave structure. It seems to have been crafted through some will. Now, you can also tell that there are numerous scratch markings, also in some language you cannot read across the wall. Other than that, the most glaring point is the fact that you can't see this side of the room. It could perhaps be a good move to take your torch and move a little further.
Okay. Well, Taryn's only moved, 1, 2, 3. He's moved 3. I can move him a little closer, but I don't know how close to that statue I want to get.
As long as you are not in one of these squares surrounding it,
one of the touching
you're
ones, yeah. Okay.
yeah, you're gonna be just fine.
I think Droney has the torch at the moment. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move my boy Taryn 1, 2, 3 down here, and we're going to have snatched the torch off Droney because he's just so sly at being an urchin, and Droney won't have even noticed because he's having a good little time with Helga. And
So,
yeah, see the rest of the room now.
I'm sure Droney noticed, but to what extent he cares, who knows? But yes, you on the far side of the room, you see an aperture in the wall, and this aperture also has stone stairs leading upward.
Okay, okay. So it's not too amazing of a room besides the Bizarro statue. There's a different way to go. Okay, okay. Poor Sir
right.
Schnurf is in perpetual darkness now.
Yeah, do you want to regroup any of your... So, let me advise you to regroup your dudes. Any of your folks who are in darkness at the end of their turn, at the end of the round, will be subject to a random encounter roll. The darkness is literally dangerous.
Yeah, let's do some
So
regrouping.
Sir Snurf, is like, I don't know, distracted by something, and then he turns and realizes he's been left behind. So he kind of runs up the stairs, kind of sort of like how you run up from the basement because you're scared something's behind you and chasing you, but there's not.
Right. Do we want to pull a similar move with Harvester?
Yeah, let's definitely move everybody into the room. Thank you.
All right.
I couldn't
Feel free to
find
move
him.
Sure, Schnurf as far up as he would like.
All right. Oh, by the way, I think it's Taryn. Does not have a name tag. It looks like his name is Torch now.
His name is Torch. He goes by Torch now. He identifies as a torch until he finds gold, and then he identifies as gold.
Taryn and Torch have merged nameplates. I can see both. Good. Thank you for the concern. Okay, so top of the round. Let's go with Sir Schnurf. What does he do?
Sir Snurf.
That's that one, chat.
I know.
No. I'm telling chat, not you, in case they,
This
in
guy.
case they keep up. Yeah.
So Sir Snurf, he's feeling cocky and as always, and he's like, "Oh, can I have a try at that?" He asks Helga for the pole. Helga gives him a pole. He's gonna try to knock. He's gonna try to knock things off of the pedestal if there's anything left on it.
There are not any more things on the pedestal.
Oh, okay.
I
You just
said
wanted
that there
to
were
touch a
coins,
pole,
but I was mistaken. Yeah, that's Yeah.
All right, then he still takes the pole and he kind of pokes the statue in the face, see if there's anything that it reacts to if it gets touched.
You clang the pole against the statue's monstrous face, and again, for anyone who still needs to who needs to see that face again, you clang you clang the pole against its face. And while it doesn't seem to physically react, it does seem to be only machine made of some materials that are certainly not metal. It does, however, just look all the more creepier now that you've done that. Hopefully you haven't violated the sacred space of some idol that represents a real entity.
And you were robbing his shrine.
And he just continues to poke its eyeball over and over again. I don't think this is alive.
If he dies, I don't feel bad, says Harvester.
All right.
And once he realizes it's not like attacking or anything, he just takes the pole back and goes, "Nope, it is just a statue."
All right, Harvester.
So insightful, thank you, Sir Schnurf.
As always, thank you, my friend.
It's not a compliment. Let's see. So avoiding the statue, which continues to concern me. So we're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll naturally have taken the torch, because he's the furthest one up.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go ahead and keep Terran close behind, but not too close. Ooh, we're not going to move too far away from the rest of the group, though, because that would be bad
leave
news
us
bears in the dark. No, it's okay. We'll wait for you. We're just, we have to keep investigating for now. That's all. While Sir Schnurf possibly gets himself killed. That's all.
I see you all naturally grouping. Would you guys like to go ahead and move up these stairs?
Yes,
Uh,
I do.
I think we should, but to be safe, we should pick somebody to go first, in case there's
Person with
danger.
the torch.
I was going to say the person with the most health, which is Sir Schnurf. Which naturally we will give him the torch. Of course, he can have the torch, and so long as he doesn't move too far away from us, I think it's only safe in case there's danger and somebody has to potentially die. That's all.
all right.
Sir Smurf is like, you want me to go first?
You are the war hero, right?
Yes.
I take it that you're down for that, Jen?
Yes, I'm down for it.
All right.
What did you do?
Oh!
What did you do?
Sir Smurf, kill
Our
us
torch
all!
timer's still going. We've got 30 minutes.
All right. So,
Oh,
yeah, you
God.
do. So, is everything normal now? Do y'all see this light?
No,
not
it's dark.
normal.
I
Oh,
think
God.
maybe our eyes have turned off or something.
Oh no!
There appears to
I
be.
also don't see. I don't see.
Y'all
a
don't
couple
see
characters
anything.
anymore.
Goodness me. Okay.
Cheeky.
All right. Do y'all see again?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Did he extinguish the
So-
torch? Is that what happened?
If I were to extinguish the torch, that would be what would happen. All right. Do you see now?
Yes.
Now?
Well, let's go, guys.
Yep. Let's go ahead and pop people up.
I'm just gonna go
Oh.
ahead and move folks along here. My map is not quite synchronized to the grid, so I apologize. Actually, I have truly no idea how this is happening. All right. Well, that's what I was trying to make happen. So you are these stairs go straight up. The stairs, and you find yourself nearing a windswept cliff. You can feel the wind blowing very harshly. In fact, it's so strong that it's almost blowing out your torch right now.
Oh, no.
Is there anything you can do to protect your torch from this wind?
Do we have anything useful in our bags of tricks? Maybe. Let's check our bags. See if we have anything that maybe would be useful. Damn it! It keeps thinking I've logged out. It's okay. I'll be with you in a moment. Luckily, it does not change the screen for everybody, so that's fine.
I mean, I assume Sir Snurf has a cape, and he's just gonna be like,
All right.
Okay, I think that's so funny.
All right. So Schnurf is using his
obviously has a cape.
It's gonna catch on
Schnurf
fire.
is using his cape to protect the flame. You may proceed, and the I'm gonna go ahead and move the rest of y'all up too.
Thank you. Let's
So, yes, you find yourselves on a windswept cliff overlooking the dark sea on the tip of a long, narrow cliff just beyond the range of your sight. And Nathan, can you move your camera over a little bit so that the folks can see a little bit better on the chat screen?
Yes.
Yep, and you can zoom up too if you need to.
Great, thank you. It is just out of sight of your torchlight, but you feel, oh no, you can see it because of the starlight. Yes, good. The starlight shines overhead, illuminating at the end of the cliff some stone obelisk overlooking the sea.
Ooh.
You can barely see it, but something is shining in the obelisk, as though there is some shrine embedded in it. So, with that, I'm going to take it back to turns. That was Sir Schnurf's turn. That was Harvester's turn, really. So, Borwas. Borwas is having some extreme difficulty here because the winds are so strong.
He's a little gnome.
Be advised that anyone trying to cross this outcropping will have to do so carefully, lest they want to risk being blasted into the sea by the wind.
Borwas is curious if he can see any blood by the obelisk.
Ooh.
Just from this current position, does it look like there might be blood around? Because if not, he is not interested in investigating.
Well, you know what?
Oh, God.
You do not see
He
blood.
wants the blood.
You do not see blood, per se. You
Don't tell me he smells
red.
it.
Oh, no.
But surrounding the shrine, on the ground, is a telltale shimmer. And if you were not as inducted into the rites of blood as you are, you would not be able to tell the shimmer of blood on the ground in the moonlight. But this is actually something you're rather acquainted with. Yes, there is blood around this obelisk.
Damn it. Well, he has to. He's got to go investigate the blood. So 1, 2, 3. Thank you for the torch. Although I might not take it all the way. 4, 5, 6. So what do I have to?
All right, stop right there.
Yeah, talk to me. What we doing?
If you move more than half, so you can move here at normal speed. If you move more than half your speed across this obelisk or across this overhang, you will be subject to the wind. However, keeping it slow and keeping your body close to the ground is the best way to stay safe. However, obviously that means that your allies will be waiting on you, potentially for several rounds.
Sounds an awful lot like their problem. Borwas wants blood.
So, Droney, Helga, Schnurf, are y'all all... So let me just ask the both of you. Are y'all willing to wait for Borwas as he takes this fool's journey across this rocky overhang?
Harvester doesn't care. Terran's interested to see what's going to happen, so he will hang out. That's my 2 cents on those. SpacePants? SpacePants?
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. I said yes, we don't mind waiting, and not only that, we watch intensely because it is extremely.
It'll be very funny if a gnome goes flying.
Why did the gnome? Why the gnome?
Because blood. That's why.
So, first things first.
No problem, Banana Man.
First things first. You proceed, however, the torch is blown out in your process.
No, you. That is.
Well, so torch timer's going off.
So
now it's windy.
Yes, it is windy.
Weird and dark.
Yay!
You are able to still see by the power of moonlight. However, you are now, even though you can still barely see, it is now, you now suffer the ill effects of total darkness, which means I'll be rolling every round for a random encounter until you restore light.
How do we restore light?
You're gonna need to find. You're gonna need to find an Right. So I'll allow you to relight this torch, but you're going to need to do it under conditions of less intense wind.
Seems fair. Okay. Okay. That seems fair. Terran has
So
oil. Would that help?
that would probably help. Yes.
Okay.
But does Borwas, who is holding this torch?
Oh no. But Borwas is not smart.
I take it you're going to move closer to the obelisk, or do you take some other approach?
Sir Snurf is like, Mr. Boar Ass, don't do that.
Am I allowed to throw the torch back towards them but continue crawling towards the obelisk?
Well, that would be fine, although I advise you that the wind would very well risk throwing your torch off course, potentially into the ocean.
Makes
Don't
sense.
do
Okay. To be wise, Borwas, realizing that it is far too dark and a little dangerous, especially for a tiny gnome man, he will not throw the torch, but he will go back towards his friends. That's about as far as he can move, and he will hand it back and say, "Here, not sorry.
All right,
here."
all right. Who has flint? So I'll go ahead and so who has flint and steel and wants to relight it?
Terran does.
All right. So good. And Terran's at the end of the initiative. So I'll go ahead and have you move over here. You are able to get out of enough of the wind to relight your torch with your flint and steel.
Cool. Torch timer's going back on.
Thank goodness.
Reset.
You suddenly feel the intensity of darkness breathing down your back recede.
Thank God.
You are still subject to random encounter rolls, but not at such frequency. We're at the top of the round again.
Yay.
Are we proceeding with the same strategy as before, or are we trying something new?
Well, who has the torch right now? Torin?
Terran. Terran does.
Terran, not Torin.
You can have it. He doesn't care.
I'm just thinking if Sir Snurf is going to be in the lead, whoever's in the front should.
Terran might pick his pocket if Sir Snurf does it, though. Because he looks rich.
Sir Snurf is going to do it.
He looks rich to Terran, so Terran might try to pick his pocket.
Go ahead.
Is that a thing we can do, Josh? Am I allowed to roll for that?
To pickpocket friends?
Yeah. Because well, I mean, we don't know each other that well yet, and Terran he's a street urchin who sees a potentially wealthy war hero, and
Well, you
can have the torch.
I don't have a problem with that per se, but is that going to be fine between the both of y'all to be pickpocketing each other?
Well, she doesn't have to know. I'll do secret chats with you if I have to. I'm just wondering if I can roll for it.
Well, again, I prefer not to do friendly fire unless there is overt approval from everyone in the group.
Okay, fair enough.
I totally approve, but...
Great. And one thing, Nathan, could you set the torch timer down by 30 minutes, please?
Yes.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Do.
And you're doing that not because we did anything wrong, but just because it raises the stakes a little bit.
Well, also, it's not a fresh torch.
Oh, correct. It is not a French torch.
No.
Maybe.
So yes, go ahead and make that roll then. This will partially be to see whether you're successful and also to see whether you're caught.
Okay, one sec.
Sure.
What do I roll it as? Dexterity, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Cool. Just load another thing.
Sir Snurf is the one with the dragon scales, right?
Well, he's just
And that-
interested in anything valuable. So, damn it!
Brony.
What do you mean it's expired? I've just logged back in.
Mm, that's bizarre.
It's because I have it open on 2 screens, so I don't have to keep changing everything around.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
it
Yeah,
didn't
so that way there's
see.
always a good screen up. Well, I'm sure there's probably a different way to do it in the future, but
Oh no, it's Droney has the scales. I just realized.
well, Taryn's just looking for money, so because he likes money.
Yeah, do we
Here we
have,
go,
do
here we
we
go.
start with any money? Is there anything?
Oh wow, that's well. I don't think that's going to go very well.
You
What
are
you
able.
doing?
You are able to pickpocket one random item, and who are you pickpocketing?
Sir Schnurf, who's taking the torch from me.
All right, you are able to pickpocket Sir Schnurf. He
You
does.
try to steal a 10-foot pole.
He does notice. So you will either be grabbing some coins, a flask of oil, or a bag of caltrops. You grab a bag of caltrops.
Hey, that's something.
So I will transfer that to your character sheet. However, you were very much caught in the act.
What are you doing?
You looked expensive. Besides, it's
Can I
called
try to
it's
get it
called a
back?
trade. You wanted the torch, and I had to take a tax.
That's yeah,
You're welcome
whatever.
for the relit torch.
He doesn't want to fight. He's just like, okay, okay, okay. He's actually quite a coward.
So, I'm sorry, friends. Whose turn is it?
I
It's
believe
Sir
it was
Schnurf because he's
off
just
of
now
the-
taking the torch off of Terran.
That's
Yeah.
right. And what will you
Wait.
do with Sir Schnurf?
Walk this
get you
way.
the
I can't
torch
see the
there.
torch anywhere.
I got it. I gave it for you.
Thanks, babe.
Right.
Okay. So he decides to walk down these steps or up. Is it up or down? Doesn't matter.
Down.
Down.
You want to go down the steps.
Down
All right.
the
So,
steps.
one. Good. Yeah. If y'all are moving past the obelisk onto the next room, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean, the way we level up in ShadowDark is by finding treasure.
Although, yeah, as level 0 characters, there is an exception. You will level up by surviving this first adventure. And you're doing, and frankly, you're doing well so far.
You just don't die.
Yay.
Avoid
Screw
danger.
that
Don't
obelisk.
die.
The
We don't
first
need it.
the first couple rooms were easy, admittedly. But there was potential for you to face an unfortunate and untimely death. And there was an opportunity for
Flying gnome.
horrible
A flying gnome.
a flying gnome and horrible ichthyosis creatures to happen upon your way.
Yeah. Yeah, I figure avoid danger for now until we know we can fight stuff since we're not confirmed to have weapons.
We're so squishy. It's
Just
bad.
thought that was smart.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, I have a giant pole I could smack you with.
Yeah, that
That's about it.
no.
All right. So we continue down this cliff, and when we got up that huge staircase, I'm guessing it opened up outside, like
Yeah.
a cave entrance kind of thing.
That's right. So y'all are now y'all are currently at the top of that dungeon I showed you at the beginning, and now y'all are going back into it.
All right.
Cool. Cool.
Nice.
If everyone would reorder back around here, that would be good.
Okay.
Yeah, more bodies. I love it.
Great. This chamber has an uneven, rocky floor. Its walls are smooth, except for a portion on the northern wall made of brick. Large streams of algae lay stretched across the floor. All around, large snails crawl around. In the center of the chamber, a corpse of a creature lies stretched out in the floor, holding what looks like a giant pearl. Schnurf, I'm going to say that was a rather long turn and probably counted as 2 bits of movement, so I'm going to say that you can move 1 more space forward and then you're done.
Okay.
So, next in the initiative is Harvester.
Well, naturally, we need to go in the room. So I'd say 1, 2, 3. Let's move some of these guys up. Let's do like a bit of that. So, giant snails, algae. There's a pearl. Also a dead body. That's not looking amazing, if I'm honest. But I feel like the smart thing to do would be to move a bit further in the room with a torch and just see if we can see anything else.
So, see if you can see something is less of a good approach than examining something in detail. So,
Okay.
is there something you would like to examine in detail?
Yes, I would like to examine the dead body on the floor in detail.
Good.
I need to use the restroom really quick. If it gets to my character, can we pause the timer? If
Well,
I can
actually,
sort of pause it, but it's not a perfect pause.
Can we pause it for a quick 5-minute bio break? Because I would like to
let's have a
refill
little
on
bio
coffee.
break.
Yeah, that sounds good.
literally
I'll
gonna say
stop
I'm
it
gonna
at
take a hot tea, too.
23 minutes on the timer. Then that's cool.
Yeah, and you can like chat with the chat.
Unless
Well,
you
I'm
need a
gonna
break
go
too.
pee. I'm gonna pee as well. Yeah.
All right.
So we'll chat with them when we come back. It's fine.
Okay, be right back.
See you in a second, friends.
See you in a little bit, guys. Oh, that didn't work.
No.
Oof. Oh, goodness gracious. It's moved us around this time again. That's okay. Okay, I can fix that. I swear these videos sometimes just do what they want to do. That's okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for your support and your patience. So, a big reason why we're trying Dungeons and Dragon out on Nate Narrates is because, well, one, it's storytelling. That's a big part of any kind of D&D campaign. There's a lot of awesome storytelling elements, whether it be from the DM or also the players involved and stuff like that, which is quite exciting and fun. But also, it's because it is a new thing for the channel, which potentially going forward there'll be more of it. I figure we'll start with the big channel, just to give it the most exposure to everybody, and then from there we'll decide whether it goes on Nate Dogg or on its own channel. Just to name a few. That's my thought process on that. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and restart this thing here in the hopes that
Still have to go use the restroom.
it's all right. In the hopes that I can get this working on the one page. Appreciate you. No, get out of here.
You know, it's a little disorienting because there's a slight delay from the chat and what's happening in real time. I don't see how that's, or the stream and what's happening in real time. I don't know how that would be avoidable, but like, it's kind of disorienting to see.
It does make it a little tricky, as you can imagine, obviously, because it's usually anywhere from like 3 to 5 seconds delay, which isn't awful, but it's just a bit of a learning curve. I can make it an even lower latency to maybe like 2 to 4 seconds, which kind of really helps a lot. But yet again, it requires a lot more network bandwidth, and it can have like bigger problems overall. So it depends on
Yeah.
the setup and stuff.
I think we have bigger fish to fry than that.
Exactly. So I mean, overall, what we have, I think, is it's working out pretty well.
Yeah, I agree.
And we got the chat tips popped back up over here, and to kind of give everybody another simple little form. So obviously, whether you know regular Dungeons and Dragons or not, because ShadowDark also has the more dangerous elements to it, besides obviously more horror and hardcore. There's the torch timer, which we like to pop up. I can give you a little example here in the bottom right. Now, if that torch timer ever runs out and we're in darkness, I mean, we're in even more danger than normal. Like, random encounters can happen. We essentially can be killed an awful lot more than we already can be. It adds an extra element of danger and resource management, which is good because it requires a little bit more strategy and involvement in thinking. It's very cool. And on the bottom left of the screen is we put up a little thing where you can see what we're rolling, which is important for naturally for the DM to be able to figure out the values of, have we passed certain challenges? Are we able to do this? Are we able to do that? It just helps make it a more real thing compared to like, oh, you do this in a game. Oh, wow, it's worked every single time. It's better if it's random and a little more dangerous.
Great explanation.
I do try. Because, I mean, sadly, not
Um,
everybody knows Dungeons and Dragons, And it's,
No,
it can be quite
and
fun.
and a further explanation about the game and about Torchlight. When you are in perfect darkness, rather, when you are in darkness, unlike other versions of D&D, there are no characters with dark vision in this game. Everyone needs torches in order to see. Additionally, when you are in darkness, your attacks have disadvantage, meaning you roll twice and take the worse. Uh, uh, and monsters have advantage, which means they roll twice and take the better.
So as you can imagine,
So,
darkness very bad.
I see someone commenting in the chat. I'm not sure if y'all had this introduction earlier, but this is Milo. He is a sweetheart and a menace. Say hello to the chat, Milo.
He's a very funny cat, is Milo. Very social
Yeah.
with people, loves people, so friendly.
It doesn't really care for other cats.
No, but that's cats, isn't it?
Yeah. He's sort of the perfect familiar for a dungeon master, to be honest.
Oh, they say Milo seems like a good cat.
He is a good cat. He cries in the middle of the night, though. He told me once, don't ask how he told me, he just did, that his cat name is Dawn Stalker. That's because he likes to go out and hunt first thing in the morning.
That's fair.
He told me one day, Daddy, that's my name.
Don't you forget it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for
All
subscribing, Goku Dude 1, and Do You Love FNAF? I know that was like 30 minutes to an hour ago, but still, I thought I'd just cover the bases. Ugh. Well, so far so
Now,
good.
yeah, I'm enjoying myself a great deal. I think this is going well. I like that y'all have had a chance for some successes before uh first blood has been drawn. And believe me, blood is coming.
I mean, it's inevitable. You know, you can't avoid combat forever in these kind of things. You know, it's just it's got to happen. I just want to at least put us in a potentially winnable scenario for at least some of them. You know, if not all of them.
Oh, goodness. How can I fault you for trying to win?
Yeah, yeah. As tempting as that room with enemies was, I was like, yeah, but we don't have, we can't. No, we gonna do punch them? That's a good idea.
Yep.
Ay ay ay, Jenny, where you at? What you doing?
She says she's making a sandwich.
Didn't know we were
She
on a
says
lunch break.
she said she's uh done with the sandwich.
Oh, okay. We got progress happening. That's good. Real live updates, people. Real live updates.
Mm-hmm.
Oy.
We could only entertain them for so long, Jenny. You know. They really wanted to watch us potentially die. Oh, she's gone again. Unlawful Ale is subscribed. Thank you. That's a fun name. Unlawful Ale. I wonder if that's an actual
This is
brewery. I'm gonna have to have a look.
Sebastian.
You're too far away from the mic.
It's Sebastian.
The microphone. If you use the microphone, we can hear you well.
Sorry, I had a cat in my hands. Couldn't
That's-
grab the microphone.
That's
I
fine,
just
but if
wanted
you
to-
have the microphone, we can hear you talk about your cats. And everybody wants that. We've all met Milo. You want to do your cat introductions? You can.
It's Sebastian.
Hmm.
No, baby, I'm sorry. Go free.
So, are we ready
Nels
to?
is in here somewhere.
Are we ready for me to?
I am ready to die.
Good.
Don't say that.
And but do get ready. Because let me tell you about this corpse.
Yes.
This corpse is one of a different species from the Sawagan. It is a fish creature, but the most cunning and observant of you will have remembered that the corpses in the previous room were not merely all Sawagan. This corpse is from the second faction. The most cunning of you also know that these fish folk are called Deep Ones, also called Kuotoa. And unlike Sawagan, which are more like sharks, these are more overtly like fish. They have thin faces and bulging eyes. This corpse is missing a leg.
Oh no.
So they're more like the fishmen out of Cthulhu mythos. I'm with you.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Oh God.
And also
I love it.
and also like the Kuotoa from Baldur's Gate 3, what do they name you if you save them?
You know, I don't
The
remember.
name that Karlak loves? I don't know. Anyway. Sorry, I'm supposed to be in horror mode. Alright. So, yes, as I said, it is missing one leg, and it is clutching what appears to be a giant pearl of considerable size. It's larger than Harvester's fist.
Jesus.
Wow.
Now,
I
Harvester's
no.
Harvester's not dumb. He's quite a scholar, so he very quickly can deduce that probably the reason this creature has been killed is because of maybe he was trying to escape with the pearl, and bad times have happened. He could be wrong, but that's just his initial deduction. I'm guessing there's nothing else really to loot besides the potential giant pearl, which I'm not going to take.
It actually is holding. Oh no, it's not holding a spear. No, psych.
Okay.
No, there doesn't seem to be any other valuables on its person.
Oh, it's fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. I think you said there were giant snails in this room as well.
Yes, in fact, several of these large snails are even crawling on this corpse. Uh, they seem to be eating up whatever plant or dead animal biomass they seem to be able to find. They
Right.
seem harmless and kind of cute.
Hmm. Cool, but
Sir
don't really
Snurf
do
does
anything
not
with it.
find them cute at all.
Well, that'd
I'll
be
let
nice, Sir
that be.
Schnips to find out.
I'll let that be Harvester's turn. Let's go to Borwas.
Bored
Okay.
ass.
What does
When
this Seeker of Blood want to do?
well, Borwash is very interested in the corpse, as he naturally would be. He also notices the fact there is a blood trail.
Mm-hmm.
He is fairly tempted to follow it, maybe carefully, to see what's going on with that. I don't know, because he's I don't really think he can do anything else with the body because we've kind of already investigated it. I don't really know what else seekers do besides just the fact he
Seek
loves
things?
Well,
blood.
let me drop a little lore for you. Seekers are religious initiates of the Eberron religion called the Blood of Vol. They believe that divine power exists within the blood of all living things, and that by performing some certain rituals and experiments involving blood, you can find the power deep within yourself. So, besides being a blood magic religion, it's also extremely individualistic and frankly humanist.
But he
To
can't
an extent,
control blood.
well, as a level as a level 0 character with no
Probably not.
class, you cannot.
Okay, that's fair enough. Fair enough. He has a morbid curiosity, but he will not do anything else with the body. That's fine. He just makes his little mental notes because he just enjoys it because he's a fucking freak.
Good.
I think he's gonna move just a little bit further, not leave the room fully, because we need to be very careful with the torch.
You can
Yeah,
see on the
we will do
ground
that.
that you can see on the ground that blood is smeared across um across the floor and across the rickety salt-worn boards that form a bridge in the next room, connecting to large stone pillars in the room. Uh, it's strange. It almost looks like there are bones upon bones on the ground, some 25 feet down. But you'll need to get closer and more into this room to be able to tell more.
Mm. It's definitely getting interesting. Orwas less interested in the fact they have no blood, but still interested in the fact that death happened here. He's going to take a step into the room.
Very well. This is a bone pit. It is a chamber. It is a chamber with two stone pillars, as I said. Although you can scarcely see the second pillar in the far reaches of the darkness. That's actually a boulder on the ground, as is
Oh.
this.
Oh, okay.
The second stone pillar is out beyond here.
Oh.
Well, let's see. Um, and that is about all you can see with your torchlight at this part of the room.
Okay.
You or someone else will have to proceed further in order to make headway here.
Does
Droney.
the bridge look like it will successfully hold us?
That is such a good question. It will hold two people at a time, and you will have to proceed at normal speed. If you use your action to run, or if you try to regroup on the bridge, it will not be to your advantage. You will risk falling or collapsing the bridge.
Yeah, let's not do that. How far are we up from the ground?
About 25 feet.
Oh, dear God.
So death. Don't fall.
So, these pillars by the way, are made of basalt. Made of y'all have seen pictures of the Giant's stairwell or whatever they're called in UK. The
Haze Giant Way. Yeah.
Yep, that one. So they are made of hexagon. These pillars are each made of hexagonal. Hold on, I'm gonna read this because I actually wrote it really well. They are made of basalt and caked in barnacles. Each pillar consists of several smaller hexagonal basalt pillars, making them easy to climb.
Easy to climb, okay.
Yes. And, Borwas, now that you are further into the room, you can see that, yes, there are numerous bones litter the ground like a blanket, and they are interspersed with boulders. And amidst these bodies, you can see bits and pieces of adventuring gear.
Well, Borwas does not care because there is, he's not really here for riches or gear or bones. He's more of a blood man himself. Taryn would be very interested, but he's not in the room yet.
We need to get weapons.
We do need to get weapons. No, I 100% agree. But we also have to remember what he said about the rickety bridges and stuff, because we can't just rush in there.
We have 60-foot rope. We can go down. Maybe one person to grab a bunch of stuff and come back up.
Yeah, so I think we'd have to reach the pillar first anyway and do it from there if we were to do it.
A person moving at normal speed is going to be able to handle this just fine. So one person at a time is not a problem.
Okay. Then we're gonna eventually get to that middle.
Can I move Borwas over? So he's on the pillar.
Good. Yeah, that's fine. You move across the salt-worn wood without difficulty. Now that's about half your movement, and it's going to take basically your full movement to another half your movement to climb down. It will take your full movement to climb up.
Fair. Well, I think because he moved to get over there and then to get across the bridge, that's probably his turn done.
Good. Helga.
Yes. Helga will also cross.
All right. Good.
Is Boras going down?
Well, his turn is over, so he cannot do anything right now.
Y'all can also so Borwas probably you could use your actions to get down if you wanted.
It would allow other people to cross the bridge.
Mm-hmm. I'll let you. So Helga, would you like to use your action to climb down into the bone pit?
Oh! I thought you were talking to Nathan. I'm sorry.
I was talking to them.
Yes, sure. Why not?
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Good. So, nope. Helga is able to climb down easily enough. And would Borwas like to do the same?
Yes.
Borwas has a little bit of a more exciting time hopping down one boulder at a time, but that's fine. Oh, also, one pillar at a time. Also, are you leaving the torch up or taking it down?
Well, light is, I suppose it's still kind of illuminating the room, so it doesn't really matter where we leave it, so long as we don't forget it.
You will have the most, you will get the most bang for your buck with the light on the top.
We'll leave it up top. So. Maybe they'll perch it in a rock or something, shift some bits.
Taryn,
excited at the prospect of shiny things in a room. He happily crosses the bridge. And then he makes his way down.
Great. Yay. Good. And would y'all like to regroup these guys in here?
Yes. There we go.
Good. All right. So
where's Sir Schnurf?
Somehow he got relocated. Here we are. So there we go. That'll be fine. So top of the round. Snurf. First it's Snurf, but is he doing anything while he's up here?
Maybe filing his nails. I don't know. No, not
Can
really.
you imagine someone's gone into a bone pit, you're holding the torch, and you're like, no, I'll file my
Yeah,
nails.
yeah. You guys grab them for me. Thank you.
So, and is Harvester or Droney going to do anything?
Harvester
Um,
will absolutely climb down because he's very curious about why so many bones and what he can learn about them. Because he likes learning shit.
So we'll give that his movement. So there are two ways that you can gather items from the bone pit. You can either rummage or scan. As your action, so normally it takes both your movement and your action in order to find items in the bone pit. But if you're just looking for items immediately around you, we'll call that scanning, but with disadvantage. So to scan, if you want, tell me what item you want Harvester to look for, and then I'll have you make a check.
Okay. Well, he's not exactly a very strong boy. He's a little better with dexterity and intelligence.
If you can think of any item from in terms of weaponry or gear that might be of interest, that's what's on the docket now. And I can give you and make that full list explicit for you if you like.
That would be helpful.
Sure. Um, but let me give you a hint for right now. Y'all definitely need at least one more torch. While I get that list for you,
That's
why
smart.
don't you why don't
Scan for
you
torches. Okay.
why don't you declare torch? Make a wisdom check, but roll twice and take the lower. You can on your sheet also do that by highlighting disadvantage on the top.
Disadvantage,
Mm-hmm.
wisdom check.
Yep. Okay.
Wow. Not great.
So, if you had more time and space to maneuver around, you probably would be able to find a torch, but you didn't find it this time. Um, uh, I'm pulling up the list and but now it is the turn of Borwas. So you actually definitely need this list right now. So I'm gonna put it into our little Discord. Um, and so ignore any numerical notations, but it is a complete list of all the items that are available here.
Ooh. Okay.
So you can either rummage, which uses your movement and your action, and you can get up to 3 random items, or you can declare which item you want by scanning the remains and trying to pick one up.
Okay. Well, Borboss will probably start by being smart and scanning for a torch.
Very good. This will require you to move around a little bit, but that's not a problem. Move to a space within 30 feet and make a wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
Not with disadvantage, with your full benefit. Very good. You have found a torch. Please add it to your inventory.
Will do. Boss. Cool.
Now it is the turn of Droney. What is Droney going to do?
Droney goes down. He wants an item.
All right. So does that mean Sir Schnurf is holding the torch?
Yes.
Very good. So Droney hops down. As your action, you can scan with disadvantage. Would you like to do that?
Yes.
And what item are you looking for?
I'm looking for leather armor.
All right. Make your wisdom check with disadvantage.
Okay. Droney, open character. Click disadvantage first, right? And then what do I roll for it?
You're gonna do wisdom, and it's with disadvantage.
Okay. Should be right?
Great. That was a great roll, Droney. Droney finds leather armor. You can go ahead and add it to your inventory and go ahead and equip it. That would be fine.
Yay.
And I can help you with that if you like.
Yes, please. Just let me know what that changes.
Yeah, it changes your AC to 10.
Yay! This
That's
is
handy.
good.
That's real handy.
Yeah.
Can I get any other items?
You can, but not on this turn.
All right.
Helga, Helga will be able to get more items. There are two methods. You can either scan, name a prize and look for it, or rummage for 3 random items.
That's what Tyrion's gonna do. He likes stuff.
I think I want to. Rummage.
All right. So move to a space within 30 feet.
Each square is 5, right?
Yeah, that's right. So move 6 spaces.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just go here.
All right. So I'm going to ask you to roll a d20 3 times.
Oopsies, I added them together.
That's not a problem. All right, 14, 15, and 19. So let's add the following items to your inventory. So starting with, you find another short bow and 5 arrows.
Ooh.
Yay!
So that means you have, 10 arrows now?
Mm-hmm. And does the arrows take up 2 different spots, like 5 and 5?
Nah. You can hold 20 in one spot. Your second number was 14. You find 1 shield. Would you like to equip it?
Sure.
Good. Helga's armor class is now 12.
Good.
And,
I'm glad we got somebody capable.
And 19. Let me roll a 6-sided die. You also had the good fortune of finding a had the good fortune of finding a great sword.
Yes.
Great swords take up 2 inventory slots, and they are 2-handed weapons, which means you cannot use a great sword and a shield at the same time.
I'm gonna give it to our war hero when I get back up there.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, that said, Helga, as soon as you realize what you are holding, something in the lurches in the darkness ahead. It is unclear exactly what is happening right away, but you hear something chittering and crawling.
Can I knock back a bow ready to shoot if something jumps out?
You have used your action already, but if you wanted to move further back into the light by 5 or 10 feet, I would allow it.
I do, and can I also tell my comrades that we have something up ahead?
They can hear it just as well as you. However, what this hulking, chittering creature could be, you can only faintly see its cow-sized outline ever so faintly in the darkness.
Cow-sized.
Oh, yes.
Cow-sized.
Mm-hmm.
Not gnome-sized.
No.
If it was a gnome size, we wouldn't be worried, would we?
Taryn, it is your turn.
Kick him like a soccer ball.
Taryn, enjoying the situation he's currently found himself in a room full of not only dead people, but also all their earthly possessions, goes for a rummage.
All right. Move yourself within 30 feet.
You gonna go away from everybody because he doesn't want people to see if he finds anything good. So he keeps it for himself. What am I rolling for, sir?
You're rolling. So hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. You're rolling 3d20s.
We'll do it just like Jenny did there. A 4, 19, and a 6.
A 4, 19, and a 6.
The 19 is the greatsword, right?
Well, it can be.
Who knows? What's happening?
We have a little over 10 minutes on that torch.
Yep.
So,
I see that.
All right. What is going on here?
What are you drawing?
So, first, I'll tell you what I just drew in a second, but let me resolve the items you have found.
Thank you, sir.
You got a 4. That is a 10-foot pole.
Yay, 10-foot pole.
10-foot pole.
Everybody has a 10-foot pole. Everybody has a 10-foot pole.
A 60-foot rope. And a longbow.
Ooh. Now he has a longbow and a short bow.
Mm-hmm. Would you like help for me to add those items to your inventory?
I've written them on the sheet.
Okay, good. On Terran's sheet?
Not on Roll20.
Oh, okay. Sure, that would make sense. Okay. So, but as you are turning, the corner, there is an aperture. You see that there is an. Oh God, undo that. You see that there is an aperture in this wall here, and out through the aperture slides a human corpse.
Oh.
This corpse, was once one of the crew that was in the previous room. It appears to have been sacrificed. Its head is damaged beyond repair.
Oh my God.
In fact, come to think of it, all the skeletons in this room have severe cranial injuries, and none of their skull cavities are intact.
Great.
Oh, no.
That's a terrible implication.
Looks like the thing that's a cow shape, it may be a head smasher.
Well, that would potentially be something you could draw if it were from this, from over here. But the cow-sized object is over here, and this direction is the direction
it's all one big pit
of the Sawagan Ring. Anyway, so now it is that was Terran's turn.
Yes.
And now it is the turn of Snurf.
Snurf. Snurf calls down, is everybody okay down there? And he also starts to walk with the torch across over this way as he's calling out to people below. And Helga looks up and she says, "Be quiet, you damn fool." And
as Snurf crosses the bridge, light falls upon the antediluvian horror, which
oh my God!
which came chattering territorially. This crab looks both like a crab and not, for how many tentacles are coming out of its face, and its legs. It is caked in barnacles, and several of its legs are missing due to its evident long-lived life. It has a massive claw, and if anyone should go near it, it is communicating by snapping it quickly that person shall die.
Snurf says,
Go give him a
"Can
hug.
everybody see this thing now?"
I mean, we can see the majority of it. Yeah, if that's what you're asking. I mean, well, maybe
So
not Taryn. Taryn's having the time of his life. Besides the fact he saw a dead
Snurf
body.
just says, "Oh God, it's terrible." And Helga's like, "Oh, that's not very nice." And she is at the ready. Is this thing moving at all yet? Is it
It
coming
is
towards us? Is it
moving.
pursuing?
It is moving just a little bit. Yeah. It moves to the other side of its rock, and it is snapping its claws.
All right. Sir Snurf really can't do much from here. Let me see if he has a weapon or something. Let me see if he has a bow and arrow. That'd be
He can
cool.
say mean things to it.
He could try to poke it with his long stick, but it's not long enough.
It is not nearly long enough.
He just says, "All right, guys, you should probably get up here now." And Helga's like, "No shit," and she starts going up the rope. And well, I can't do that yet. But when it's her turn, she will go up the rope. But that's there's not much. Sir Snurf, actually, is there anything on or around him, like on this pedestal area here? This area here, like
Pillar.
a rock or something.
A rock? You can find
rock.
you can find a chunk of old barnacle that's a lot like a rock.
Okay, he chucks it at the guy.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a dexterity check
Oh
for
no!
me.
Wait!
Babe.
What?
Okay,
What?
look. I didn't want to have to
I'm
jump in
not.
here.
I'm not going to.
We have
Calm yourself.
we have 4 minutes. Sir Schnurf is the only one with the torch. Does he have a way to relight it? Because if once it goes out,
He has an oil flask.
okay. I think
So-
first off we need to make sure we have enough torchlight, and then we can kind of maybe think about our plan of attack if we want to fight
who
this
has
creature.
the other torch? Who has the other torch?
Borwas does, but
Okay.
he has to give it to Taryn because Taryn's got a flint and steel. That's how we light them.
Okay. So when it's your turn,
Yeah.
meet whoever up on the top with the rope,
Well-
on the top of the rope, and then we'll light it. We'll just go fast.
You trying to get out of the pit and not fight it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
So
making sure we're on the same page. That's cool.
So
I
Schnurf is not in the pit, and
Yeah.
he does not appear to be within range of the crab, or at least
Okay.
it doesn't
I
seem
don't
that
wanna-
way.
Yeah, that we're
I
aware
don't
of.
want to. I don't want to throw it at
Yeah,
the guy.
don't-
I want to throw it like right here to try to see if I can distract it, if make it think that there's something.
Well, do we know it's that we
Make a
got its
charisma
attention
check.
yet? I mean,
Make a charisma check.
Okay.
I think this could go.
Wow.
Not bad. And at -4, that's not bad.
Yep.
Let me make a.
I don't think we should risk trying to fight it. It looks.
Oh no. I was never thinking of fighting it. No, it's too big and we're not ready.
The
Pincers.
crab seems to have initially fallen for your ruse. It scuttles over to the where you were, and it lashes out with its claws as though trying to get some unseen but heard enemy. Its claws find no purchase in this area.
The Sir Snurf just like. But that's the end of his turn.
All
I don't
right.
think he can't really do much else other than maybe shift one over so people can start filing in on this thing. Oh, but I don't want to put anybody outside of the fire.
Harvester.
That's
Yep,
also a
let's
good
hurry.
point. We can only fit so many people.
We have less than 2 minutes. Let's go.
I
Let's go.
know,
Get up.
I know. Right. So Harvester's going to go ahead and climb. Get his butt up there.
All right.
Does he have any movement left, or is he kind of tired out after that?
That's his full movement, but he can take an action, which could be to move again.
Okay. If he were to move again, can he cross this? Can he cross the bridge here to the left?
I would allow it.
Yeah.
Get him over
But-
there, or is that too far? Maybe there.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll probably be fine. Otherwise, he'd be running, and that would endanger himself, which he's welcome to do.
No, he will just carefully make sure everybody else can climb up and not try to antagonize anything.
All right. Borwas.
Borwas is going to.
60 seconds.
I know he's gonna climb up. Now he's got the torch, but he doesn't have a way to light it because he's another flint and steel.
All right.
Oh.
Are you going to go ahead and declare that Terran also climbs up?
Yes.
All right.
Terran
Let's
will
go
climb
ahead
up,
and
and they will link up and sort out the torch dilemma.
Great. Let's go ahead and deal with this. This torch expires, and the new torch is lit.
Yeah,
Sir
Terran-
Smurf is left in the dark, like, wait a second.
Go ahead and reset that torch timer.
Oh,
Will
thank God.
do.
And
It's
now
bad
let's.
news when that goes out. Josh, can you reiterate to those who might not have heard what happens when
Yes.
the torch goes out?
When the torch goes out, all actions have disadvantage and all enemy actions have advantage, and you roll every single round for a random encounter.
Torch is lit.
So, we
Torch is
skipped
lit.
Droney and Helga. Let's give them their turns.
They are going to climb up the rope as quickly as physically possible.
Rope.
You just mean the basalt.
Good. You climb up the basalt column as fast as possible.
I thought we threw a rope. Oh, okay, sorry.
No one said anything about a rope ever.
We didn't need to.
Um,
It's got stepping stuff. Don't worry about it.
I feel very stupid.
You're fine.
So you both climb up the basalt columns. Y'all in the chat, I swear.
They're having a good time.
Banana man.
Wow, that's distracting in my brain. Okay. Okay, so now it is the top of the round. And it is Sir Schnurf's turn again.
All right, Schnurf.
I liked y'all's decisiveness this last round. That was great. Y'all can get a lot done if you act this quickly.
All right, so Sir Schnurf can't really do much until I can move with the light.
Can you move him maybe one square to the left safely? Would that be okay, Josh?
I think so, Josh.
Or you say this is a bit too dangerous? Can we not do that?
It's on you. I'm not going to tell you whether it's too dangerous.
Okay. In my opinion,
I'm going to say that this is a large crab. It is geriatric, and this basalt is steep yet climbable by humans.
Okay.
Is it climbable by giant crab?
Well, we don't want to find out. I say you can keep him in his original spot just to be on the safe side with light, so there be okay. Maybe he just kind of has to wait a turn while we move across.
I just don't want to block anybody from getting onto this thing. If
that won't be a problem.
Yeah.
I'm not a movement fascist. This is that's what this system is about, is not being a movement fascist. We do it makes fun and makes sense. So I think that y'all should be able to congregate in a normal way on these basalt pillars.
Sounds good.
I mean,
as much that
really
anyone ever
normal,
congregates
okay.
normally on basalt.
None of these characters are normal, but I understand.
All right.
Okay, so let's just. Sir Snurf is done.
Good.
I can't remember who comes next.
Harvester goes next.
Yes.
Can you actually tell us the order? Just
yes. Schnurf. Schnurf.
Yes, you have to put the
Harvester,
in there.
Schnurf, Harvester, Borwas, Droney, Helga, and Terran is the turn order.
So
Okay,
Harvester will move over here onto the pillar for safety so people can cross the bridge. And he will await the light source. Like a smart boy.
So Schnurf, Harvester, Boros, Droney?
Yep.
And then Helga and... Who am I missing? Torin and then Helga?
Helga then Terran.
Helga then Terran. Torin.
I don't know why I keep
He isn't in energy drinks. He just robs people sometimes.
And Taurine.
Yeah.
Good.
There's a character in something named Torin, and I can't remember.
So, so it's your turn. Oh no, it was Harvester's turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Harvester has moved across so people can cross the bridge, and he will await his friends.
Are y'all trying to regroup and move on through this space?
Yes.
I think so. We've done what we can here safely.
Remember, 2 people on the bridge at a time, unless Josh is like, ooh.
Well, let's definitely move the torch over. There we go.
And we can go ahead and do this. You find that the crab is trying to reach up. It is trying to scuttle up.
I actually got scared when it moved.
It is trying to scuttle up the basalt pillar, but can it do so?
Sir Snurf throws another rock down there, right on its face.
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Don't
antagonize him. We don't know if he's gonna fight us yet, but you're gonna do that.
It's trying to get up to us.
If it were a smaller, less aged, less heavy, and fully legged crab, it would perhaps be able to get at Terran. However, given its age and sheer mass, it cannot get up the antediluvian basalt pillars.
Yeah.
And you are safe for now.
Fuck that guy.
So, we are at the top of the round, if I'm not mistaken. Schnurf, are we trying to press forward?
Schnurf will, Oh, I'm scared.
Don't be scared. We're okay right now.
There's no opportunity. There's no attacks of opportunity in this game, so don't worry about that.
Press forward.
I love ShadowDark.
Where's our torch? Moving everyone around.
I think it's on Helga right now.
All right. So, Schnurf grabs the torch, moves forward. Shit. Shit. All right. So, oh my god. So, all right, there we go.
Okay, just one moment, guys. I got a text from a student with fantastic news. I just want to tell her that I am proud.
No worries. We will carefully move the party.
Oh,
this looks. This looks good.
She got a nomination for Best Supporting Actress in her school's production.
Excellent. Congratulations to your student.
Yeah. Okay.
You find yourselves in what appears to be a large entrance chamber lined with statues. More corpses of fish-like creatures litter the ground. Stone stairs lead upward, north and south. And down and out through the west exit, you will come to find.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. This is the exit from whence you were dragged.
Oh.
However, a lot has apparently happened since last you were here. And I know I sort of hijacked Schnurf's turn. Was there anything you wanted to examine while you were in this room, Sir Schnurf?
Not yet. I do want Helga to give him that great sword as soon as possible, though.
Oh, well, that's fine. We can do that right now. Would you
What is
like
with
some
my
help with that
camera?
on
I
your
don't know why
sheets?
it's. Sure. If you have the sheets open and you're already there, if you want to put it in there, that'd be great.
That's what she said.
Babe,
Ah.
babe,
Hmm?
babe,
I'm allowed to do what I want.
babe.
I
Oh
won't
yeah,
get
you are.
banned for that.
Okay, here. So he'll take a look at I'll maybe take a look at the corpses on the ground, see if there's anything that's Elsa. Cat just dumped out. Never mind. Um, looking at the corpses, seeing if there's anything of value on them.
Great. Now, keep in mind, if he wants to wield the great sword, he will not be able to hold the torch simultaneously.
And he hands the torch to Helga.
Alrighty.
And he's got the sword in his hand, and he's just like,
All right. So Sir Schnurf holding the great sword. He examines the corpses. These corpses, there are nearly 10 bodies in here. Psych. There are nearly 8 bodies in here. And they consist of 2 distinct species of fish folk, the Sawagan and the deep ones. They were apparently locked in some bitter struggle to the death. Although they were slain by piercing weapons, uh, those weapons have since been collected.
Did you get all that, Jenny?
yes.
I see a question in the chat about how much XP to level up. At level 0, you need to survive your first adventure to level up. After that, it's going to be 10 experience points per level to level up. So, for example, at level 1, you need 10 experience to level up. At 2, you need 20. And you don't get experience from killing monsters. You get experience from finding treasure. And those experience points are awarded proportionately to the value and impact of those treasures.
Mm-hmm.
So, finding random shit that's common gear is worth 0 experience points, but finding anything of gold value, that's 1. If you find a nice magic item, that's 2. If you find a legendary item, that's 3 experience points. And you also get experience points from spending your gold and getting drunk by playing the carousing minigame.
It's so fun, guys.
Uh, so, um, uh, oh, but
So,
that is far and away from all of them. Right now, their survival is in the balance, and they will not have they will not be able to survive until their escape via their elemental ship is secured. And to do that, they must rescue their captain or pilot or something.
okay.
So
Um,
now, so I'm gonna call that Schnurf's turn if that's all right with you, Jen.
totally fine.
Harvester.
Okay. Trying
Okay.
to think logically here. Naturally, I don't feel like going west is really gonna do much for us. Do we continue going on
You
through the
you
place?
You've I respect your choice. Heading out through this exit would be fine. You would be able to explore the beach and the path to your boat. However, I don't recommend that. That is not really the content of our adventure. You won't
Hmm.
find anything useful there.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's more like when we're ready to leave, that's where we
Th-
go. So
Bingo.
we're definitely trying to find somebody. Um, let's see. So we're on Harvester. What was Harvester? What was Harvester? I think he's decent dexterity, isn't he? Harvester is gonna go ahead and take the short bow off of Terran, so he
Okay.
has some kind of weaponry. I think that would be good.
Are you able to manage that on your own sheets, or would you like help?
I can do it on the Google Doc one that we have.
Oh, great. Oh, you're using the Google Docs. That's great.
Yes.
Very good. So fine. So you're taking the short bow, and what do you do? Assume you're taking arrows as well.
Yes, he's taking the 5 arrows that Terran has.
Good.
Otherwise, let's see. Harvester will go ahead and shift his butt up into the room. Who has our torch? You do.
Helga does.
Shift a couple of
Just
people
by the way, guys,
regroup-wise.
Nathan, if this makes it easier or it makes you more inclined to use the Roll20 character sheet, if you just right-click on your character, and you can click Open Character Sheet immediately without having to go through like 4 or 5 different buttons.
I do know.
Good, cool.
But
I didn't
but
know.
one of the main reasons I don't always do it is because that's my live screen and everybody can see me do that, which is cool if I'm going to do a roll or something. But if I need to do some management, I try to do that off screen so it doesn't just cluster up the map.
Makes sense to me.
That's why I use the
Makes
second
sense.
screen for the Google Doc.
Yeah. That makes total sense.
But yeah, like I said, if I'm going to do like a roll on somebody, then I would open it and do that, and that's all fine.
Okay, cool.
But let's see. But I think we said there isn't really much of value in this room. Can I investigate any of these statues by chance?
Yes, of course. You take a look at the statues. They are 20-foot tall statues casting large shadows. They depict benthic gods and heroes. They are oddly similar to the terrestrial pantheon. You are a scholar, right?
Yes.
So you recognize that these gods resemble the gods of the popular religion called the Sovereign Host and the Dark Six. Given particular honor here is the god known as the Devourer among the common folk. Among the Sawagan, he is called by his name, Shargon.
Fun.
Fun times.
Now, and as I say, they cast large shadows, even as you are near them.
Massive statues. It happens. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
I don't really see a point of touching any of the statues, at least not with Harvester.
And I would like to point out, we don't have to. I believe this will just be a courtesy that'll save everyone time. If you go up this stairwell, you will enter the room where you originally began. So
you mean
where we first were?
The prison where you woke up.
What about then where is the room?
No, there is one room we haven't gone into for sure, which has 3 dudes in it.
That's right.
The reason we didn't go in there is because we were like, we might not have really any gear to kind of fight them in case we have to fight them.
So left is the ship.
Yes, there's no point going there without a captain or a pilot or somebody.
And above is the old room.
Yes.
Above is the original room. And that means that y'all have basically explored you have basically explored most of the dungeon. If you want to continue gathering gear, you will need to backtrack to other areas. And if you do not want to backtrack, the best option would be to move forward and make a plan of attack.
All right. I think I like the latter option.
Yeah, well, naturally, so I think we probably could take those 3 guys. I think Helga's the most equipped, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's got armor. What else has she got?
Bow and arrow, and 10 arrows.
Okay, because Terran's got a bow but no arrows. Harvester has a short bow but some arrows. Oh, okay. If you've got extra arrows, that could work out.
If y'all are determined on that, I will go ahead and move y'all back to the original room.
Okay. While we figure out our plan of attack. Good call.
Yes.
Good call.
I will count that as a round against y'all, and
that's fair. I need to think about what else we need, because I think Helga's the only one with armor. Nobody else has armor, so sadly, she would probably be the best one to instigate fights. But like you said, she has a bow,
'Cause
not
her
really a sword.
Well, she might have some leather armor, but her AC is not the highest.
Whose AC is the highest?
Somebody has 12. I think it might be Schnurf.
Now you can click on your characters. The red value is HP. The blue value is armor. In first place with armor is Harvester with 13 armor.
Oh wow.
Helga with 12. Although she could, if she passed that shield off to Harvester, he would have 15 AC. That said,
Ooh.
I could hardly imagine why she would be motivated to just get rid of her
Yeah.
get rid of her shit.
Sadly, Harvester, skill-wise, he's not the strongest. So he's
I mean,
better probably as like a
honestly, all of
support
them are
role.
quite shit.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's true, but he's also got a bow, so it wouldn't really work quite well, sadly.
So how are we getting into this room? We're breaking down the wall?
That's a door.
Believe it or not, the door appears to be well, actually, you didn't test the lock, so I can't tell you what it appears to be. But in a worst case scenario, one of you would need to break it down.
Right.
Okay.
Let's make sure that everybody has equipment to some extent and they can fight, because I don't think Terran. No, Terran does have. Borwas does not have a weapon.
Oh, we need to give Boros some.
I mean, I guess I can give the 10-foot pole, but I wouldn't really say that's like a weapon, you know?
You can smack someone pretty hard with a pole.
I guess, but he's a gnome. But he does have a strength of 13.
And it making him jump off
So, annoyingly, he's my strongest man. I might have to just give him the 10-foot pole and see how it goes. Oh my god, that's...
You know what?
I can't believe I'm thinking
I've-
that. You know what? I might have to
Okay.
do that. Oh, crap. Okay. It's... Yeah. Okay.
So, Sir Schnurf,
Borwas will have the 10-foot pole. A
Borwas
little
will have
gnome with a pole more
Who
than
needed-
twice his height. That
needed a
doesn't seem
couple-
right.
who needed a couple arrows?
Harvest. No, Terran. Terran needs arrows. He's got a longbow, but he's given his 5 arrows to Harvester.
Oh, well, somebody with no arrows but only a bow might as well be somebody without a weapon. So make sure everybody is armed. I have 10 arrows. I can give 5 to him if you want.
That would be good. I shall mark him down as having 5 arrows. Thank you.
Okay, and I'll take the 5 away from Helga.
Right, and then I think obviously if we feel like we're equipped, then we have to figure out how we're going to attack these guys. Because my guess is they kind of do a lot of melee based stuff based on a lot of the scratches we found. They might have some kind of weaponry as well as a possibility, but if any of them are ranged, we want to lock them down ASAP. That's just my 2 cents on the situation.
I'd say let's go fuck around and find out.
Who should go in? Well, I guess we have to try to open the door first anyway. Shall we move our people into position and then we'll attempt the door? Whose turn would it? That was at the top of the turn, I think.
So technically, Harvester was the last person to act. And I'm letting y'all get reorganized. Again, I also encourage you to look at all of the gear that y'all have found to see if anything might avail you.
I mean, we got caltrops.
What's a caltrop again?
A caltrop is a spike made out of a small amount of metal that you can scatter on the ground and cause people pain if they walk on it.
Oh. Okay.
If we were to throw caltrops in the room successfully, would we be able to go in the room?
Sure. It'd be a matter of avoiding them.
Right. So there is also
Uh,
that risk factor.
If you step on the caltrop, I believe you take 1 damage.
So
And that
we would
yes.
die. That's the reason I didn't think about using caltrops. But
That said,
it was a thought.
let me double check the rules on your caltrops right quick. Caltrops. Tiny triangle-shaped iron spikes. Living creatures who step on caltrops take 1 damage and can only move at half speed for 10 rounds.
Ooh,
I wouldn't see any problem with opening a bag and throwing it somewhere.
just don't step on them.
Yeah.
If
Okay,
we were
so-
to throw caltrops, I imagine we would have to roll.
Probably.
Okay, so there's also the danger factor that we throw them in a place that does not work to our advantage. So we just putting our options on the table if we were to do that. But I am not fully opposed to it if you think that's a good idea.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay, I also agree that it's not really a good idea. Just because we have like one
Banana
hit
Man.
point.
Oh, okay. Maybe he's saying not as something else, but
They're having fun in chats, don't worry. But yeah, so I think no to caltrop simply because there is a chance any of us could die because of that.
Yep.
Which would be
We're
silly.
trying
If
to
we died
stay
to an
alive.
enemy, I think that's fair. If we died to our own traps, I would feel bad.
Okay, so who's gonna try to open the door?
That is exactly the best question. Perhaps Harvester, just because he does have the highest AC.
I mean, okay.
It's not what I would like to do, but I am trying to think strategically in case they do have maybe an attack before us.
We'll go behind him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Helga will be right here. All right. Is it unlocked?
Well, now Harvester has to attempt the door, doesn't he? We'll see what happens.
All right. So, so you're attempting the door.
Yes.
How do you attempt the door?
Well, Harvester will first see if it is unlocked.
It is. Believe it or not.
And the door. Boom, baby.
Harvester will push open the door.
Oh,
All right.
really quietly.
We outnumber them. I don't think there's nothing. I don't think there's anything quiet about this. This might be our best chance at a fight. So.
Are they chanting?
Oh yes, they are still
What are they
chanting.
saying?
You do not understand the words of them. After all, they are speaking the Marin tongue, and not the common tongue.
I see.
As soon as the door opens, the Sawagan spot you, and I am about to roll their initiative as soon as I find my capacity to use the alphabet.
Those look like human beings.
I think in the middle, yeah.
Yes, there are
Yeah,
three half elves where once there were 4.
There's our captain, our first mate, and our other random fellow.
Well, there are 3 people. We don't know which ones they are yet, but I imagine one of them will be useful.
You identify one of them immediately as the captain. I believe I mentioned their identities earlier, but if I didn't, my bad. Yes, these are the people you are trying to rescue. Indeed. 1 second, I'm calculating initiatives.
I'm so scared.
Look, I mean, this is our best chance. We can attempt to try to get different gear, but I feel like,
we'd have to go
that's
say hello
yet
to our
again
crab
more risk and stuff. Exactly. So why not just see if we can fight anything?
All right.
Yeah.
You did not especially surprise them. As soon as you open the door, one of them actually do make a dexterity check, Harvester.
Will do. Harvester. Dexterity check, normal. Boom.
Yay!
11.
That's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad.
We're gonna find out. We don't know what we're dealing with yet.
gonna.
This could be okay.
As soon as it sees you, it I need to do a drawing right quick.
Ooh.
Map.
Like a drawing or a drawing?
I'm sorry.
Draw a card.
Like drawing a card or drawing a picture?
Drawing a picture.
Uh-huh.
All right. So, all right. So the first Sawagan whips around and sees you. It
Hi.
doesn't have a weapon. It rushes in and it tries to body check you.
Okay.
Just tackle him?
Yes.
Oh no.
That's why I put Harvester at the front.
Make a strength check for Harvester, please.
Shit.
Come on, Harvester. Come on, Harvester. You could do it. You could do it.
Hey. 14. You know what? That feels pretty good.
Harvester does well for himself. However, the Sawagan did fully get his shoulder into Harvester and knocks him prone.
Ooh, okay. Okay. You know what? Prone is okay. Prone is okay. Damage is not.
Borwas's turn.
Borwas. Okay, let's see. Borwas is my boy with the 10-foot pole, but this, I mean, it's kind of in the. Is each square 5 feet?
Yes.
Okay.
Just bop him on the head a little bit. Just a little bit.
I guess that's an attempt. I could try to bop him on the head from this. Okay.
Make a so on your character sheet you should see something that's the same thing as a punch, which is the same thing as a strength check.
Yes.
So do that, but I know that you're willing a 10-foot pole. Go for it.
That's punch.
All right, that's fine, but it's a punch. It's a punch with the 10-foot pole, and
a punch with a 10-foot pole.
Unfortunately, that was a good attempt. However, in the chaos of all of this, you don't quite strike the Sawagan.
That's fair. That's fair.
Droney, your turn.
Okay. Droney, if I remember correctly, he has a crowbar, flint and steel, pole. Can I?
Good night, Banana Man.
Good night,
Take care, Banana Man.
Now would Droney be able to get to this guy right here?
Who? Droney?
Yeah, would Droney be able to push through the people?
You will need to make a dexterity check to get to the space past Harvester.
Okay, well, why not? I will do that. You said dex?
Yep.
All right. Come on, Droney! Damn it!
All right. Droney tries, but
Oh wait, I rolled with disadvantage.
yeah, fix that.
Should I re-roll or?
We'll count the 10. Yeah, do re-roll. No disadvantage.
It's weirdly worse.
And yet, you managed to catch the Sawagan off guard. You have made it past.
Hey, nice one.
I take. Can I? Do I still have the ability to attack?
Yes.
Okay, I have a crowbar. I would like to smack him as hard as I can on his head.
Make a punch attack.
For Droney, punch attack. Here we go.
Good. That was a brave attack. However, you do not hit.
Shit. Wonder. Oh wait, we only have one reroll. I should probably use that if I'm about to die.
I would definitely save it for avoiding death for now.
Okay. Keep going.
All right. So,
This guy's
um,
like slippery. He's like super fast.
so, now it is Helga's turn.
Helga. Helga with her bow
Good.
tries to shoot.
You'll need to move here to make that shot, but that's fine.
Okay.
So this is so it's a short bow,
Mhm.
long bow, short bow.
Short bow.
All right. But didn't she pick up a long bow? What happened to it?
She picked up another short bow, I believe. Maybe it was a long bow.
That's right.
Taryn picked up a longbow.
That's right. Good. So yes, make a dexterity check for me.
Oh.
Oh, very nicely done. Roll d4 for damage.
Okay.
Yeah, damage.
D4. Oh, I can just use this.
First damage of the game, and it's not on us.
Here we go. Yay!
Well, you know what? Hey, it's damage. We'll take
It's
it.
damage.
2 hours in, first damage.
Yes, first blood of the game, y'all.
First blood.
Astoundingly,
Expertise. Woo!
y'all played very cautiously and did and your
I
characters
have
did.
played a ShadowDark game or two, Josh, and I have learned my lessons.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I thought well, I'll save the commentary for later. You have dealt 1 damage to the Sawagan, roughly 10% of its health.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
shit.
Oh, no. Oh, no. So we have to do a total of 30 damage on all
Well,
these.
maybe nearly, because he said roughly 10%. So it could be a
Yeah.
little more, it could be a little less. We know.
Fine, I should have said 11%. You caught me in a lie. It was 11%.
Okay,
Okay. So,
it's close
it
though.
was 11.1 repeating percent. My bad. So, yes. That was Helga's turn, and it is now the
Helga.
turn of the first Sawagan.
Oh god.
The second Sawagan.
Oh, okay.
This guy
yeah.
goes over here and he picks up his spear and his shield. Hold on. DM error in y'all's favor.
Ooh.
Droney and didn't Borwas also miss by 1? I'll need both Droney and Borwas to deal 1d4 damage to this Sawagan right now, because its armor class was 2 lower than what it should have been.
Okay.
Y'all both missed by 1.
Damn it, I keep rolling ones.
Hey, I got a 4 though.
Total of 5.
Hey, yo.
All right.
Another 6 on that guy. That's good.
All right. So, my bad.
It's okay.
How dare you?
Hey, he corrected it. That's fine by me.
So, this Sawagan is
4 is better than 1.
That's right.
Yes.
So this Sawagan picks up his weapons. This Sawagan now has to make a morale check, or else potentially run away.
Ooh. Okay.
Wait, what?
Yes,
because he's taking a lot of damage. There's some scary shit going on. I get it.
He's scared. He's like, oh, I could
yes.
die.
This Sawagan has failed its morale check, and
yes.
on its. So let me give
This is
it
going
a
way too well. I'm scared now.
Don't be scared. We're doing good. We're focused. We got this. Still over 20 minutes on the torch. We're okay.
Gonna be okay.
I'm going to give it a Wait, where's the there a fear button? Fear? Stealth potion?
There should be a fear button.
Let's that looks too much like death. Let's give him a yellow dot. That oh god, no. Okay. Okay, he has a yellow dot. That means he's yellow-livered and he is about to run away. However, this Sawagan is now fully armed, and it is 1, 2, 3 on its way back to you, fully armed. Now it is the turn of Taryn.
Taryn. Taryn.
Okay, so Taryn with a longbow and 5 arrows. I'm not too worried about this boy. He's worried about the super armored one coming. What range does he have to be able to potentially hit that boy?
Longbows are so good. If it is on the map and you have line of sight to it, you can shoot it. It is
If I were to go
just that good.
there, just straight up. Okay, I like that.
All right. Make your attack roll. It's a dexterity-based check.
Okay. We'll go with that for now. Because I haven't put anything else in. 16.
That's a hit. Roll for damage. It's 1d8.
Oh,
Yes.
D8. Okay, you know what? It's still damage. I'll still take it. 2 damage. Good job, Taryn.
Good job,
You
Taryn.
strike the Sawagan in the shoulder with your longbow. It's because it is has supernatural vitality from the time in the depths. It doesn't go straight down like a mere man would have. However, it was a solid blow nonetheless. Now, the third and final Sawagan goes. It picks up its weapons and armor from the pile, complete with a trident and a shield. It kicks one of the victims out of the way, and oh god,
What a dick.
What a dick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it is also moving into position.
Yay.
Top of the round, Sir Schnurf. What do you do?
Schnurf. Sure, Schnurf has the greatsword, yeah?
Does he?
Yes.
You're asking us.
So Sir Snurf is like, okay, I got this. I'm a war hero. And he goes and tries to attack this one.
Great. Stepping over Harvester's body, you move into position, and against all odds,
Made it sound like Harvester's dead.
No,
he's just prone. He's still there. Yeah. He's fine.
I should get him up.
It's fine. Get the kills.
This weapon is outsized and unfamiliar in your hands, but with the power of beginner's luck and perhaps your sheer adrenaline, you try to heft it. Make your strength check.
Okay, Sir Snurf, the war hero. Here we go.
17.
Against all odds, you heft the great sword and you strike it into the flesh of the Sawagan. Roll 1d10 for damage.
Yeah, Sir Snurf.
9. Hey,
Against all odds, you cleave this creature in twain.
Exversity called it. Sir Snurf gonna save us all.
He looks surprised, but his words are, that's normal for me. I'm very good at what I do.
Harvester, it is your turn. You find yourself underfoot of Sir Schnurf.
I'm gonna adjust.
Not the most comfortable position for my boy, but So I'd like to get up and I'd like to move myself back if I could.
Very well.
Am I able to still do any other actions, or did that take up my turn?
Oh, that was just your that's just your movement, bud. You got something else. You've got your action still.
Okay. Because Harvester's got a short bow. Would we say that that this one here is within eyesight?
I would allow it.
Okay. Is that close enough range for short bow?
Oh, without a doubt.
Fantastic. I say.
This isn't Fire Emblem. You've got this is
This isn't Fire Emblem. I love it.
With a short bow, you have if you can see it and you have line of sight to it, you can shoot it.
Okay. Is this dex based? Yeah.
Yes.
But you have to believe in yourself.
No, Harvester believes he's gonna maybe get some kills. 15 to hit.
That is a hit. Roll 1d4 for
Yeah.
damage.
Excellent. Rolling d4, 3 damage.
Yay!
My boy.
A goodly hit.
So far, so good.
All right. Now, initiative. Orwas, Droney, your turn.
Droney. Okay. Droney has. Oh right, the crowbar. Which one looks like it has been damaged the most? Have we even attacked these two?
Hmm?
I'm a little surprised that you can't see the hit point bar. This one is
I cannot
the one
see
that's
the
damaged
enemy's
more.
hit point bar. No.
Oh, that's
Yep.
so interesting. Okay. Yes.
Can Nathan? Can you?
No.
From according to the stream, no. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I see what the stream sees, so.
Okay, so if things were working properly, we'd be able to see like 1 out of 10 or something like that, or
Something like that.
Okay, cool. Well, are we supposed to know?
I have no problem telling you that they have 9 hit points. This one has 6 remaining, and this one has 7 remaining.
Okay.
And their armor class is both 14.
Would I be able, if I stood right here, if I pulled back and did a wide like turn, could I potentially smack both of them? It might be too fancy.
I'll allow it. If you wanted to do this, your attacks against both of them would have disadvantage. But yes, I would allow you to have 2 attacks in this for this. Since you suggested it, why don't we just roll with it?
Yeah.
Make
Okay,
make 2 attacks, each with disadvantage.
And that would be strength.
I would think
Yes.
so.
And I'm gonna assume he's
Or
right-handed.
punch. Yeah.
All right, go for it.
So do I need to do the punch or
Make
the strength?
yeah, two same difference.
With disadvantage. Come on.
The
Alright.
first
11,
one is a
make a
miss.
wish.
Roll your second. The second one is also a miss. All right.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
If I were to use my inspiration, could I re-roll both or just one?
Just if you use your luck token, you will just be able to re-roll 1.
Not worth it. Can I jump back and away from these guys?
Yes.
Okay, I want to jump back as far as possible.
You can move yourself a total of 5 squares. Good. Oh, you tried to tuck yourself up behind the statue. Very good. All right.
All right, next.
Clever move, Droney. Helga's turn.
Helga takes another shot, please, at this one here.
Make your attack roll with Dex.
Okay. Come on, Helga! Helga, no!
Well, you know, it's not a critical fail.
No.
She's
Actually,
just like,
wait,
I've
hold
got
on.
this.
Dexterity 0. No, we're good here. That was not a 0. That was a 2. Or that was not a 1. That was a 2. Good. Helga's attack misses, plain and simple.
Sad.
So Wagon's turn.
She curses in Orcish.
This Sawagan, I believe this one was the first one? No. This one was the first one. Okay. This one's turn. He has a bone to pick with Droney.
Aw, not Droney. Droney's a friend. He has a cool arm.
Constitutes a friend. Okay.
Hey, my friends have the coolest arms.
It has 2 trident attacks for its action. So the first trident attack.
Oh no.
Well, that's good.
So the first trident attack is a hit. Let me just go ahead and roll the second attack right now before we make any choices.
I'd like you to reroll the first one.
Very good. Consume Droney's luck token for me. Mark it from his sheet.
Oh,
And-
is it 1 token per character or per player?
1 token per character.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Sorry if I
that
didn't
is
communicate
such a
that.
relief.
It's
All right.
better to save them for now. But yes, that was a good
Ah.
call.
Yes,
Okay, let's
it is.
hope it. Watch it be a nat 20.
Damn
it!
You had to jinx it. Almost.
Unfortunately, even with fate conspiring to save Droney, or perhaps the rest of the party, it did not prevent the Sawagans.
Can I use another
trusted-
character's luck token for Droney? I don't want Droney to die. I
Would
like
that
Droney.
be worth it?
He is. I'll go ahead and tell you, he is not yet dead. He is just knocked out. Will be lying on the ground and dying.
Oh right, because
At
I
death's
didn't
door.
realize we still kept the saving rolls.
Yeah, so we don't have dex saves in this game. We do something a little bit more straightforward. We do a death timer.
I don't
So
like that either.
Do I need to set up another timer?
You might need to.
no, it's this death timer though is based on rounds. So
Okay, that's fine.
Ah.
but you still get something like saves. So anyway, point being,
After however many he's gonna be dead.
dr-
unless somebody gets him up.
roll a 4-sided die and add 1 to it.
5.
Oh, how lucky for you.
So 5
Droney.
turns.
Droney has 5 turns on his death timer.
Okay.
That means he needs to receive healing or first aid within 5 rounds.
How do we give him first aid? Does it have to be a specific person?
It's a medicine roll, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an intelligence check DC 15. However, you also have a healing potion.
Yeah, so we have options.
Right.
Yeah, we have
So-
options.
Isn't Droney the one? No, he's knocked
Well,
out.
Droney can't
Who was-
save himself. That would be unfair.
No. So,
who is the one who had that healing potion?
Don't worry about it because we have 5 turns to think about it. We're running
that
out of
was the-
torch time.
that's
Okay.
right. And running out of game time. All right, Taryn. Taryn, your turn.
Taryn is going to do the smart thing as always, and let's see. Yeah, he's kind of lost a bit of line of sight on that boy, so he'd probably have to move maybe there or.
That would be
say-
fine.
Yeah,
That's great.
here to
Make
hit
your
that
attack
guy.
roll.
Okay,
Yes, sir. And you can press up and roll 20 to pull up previous rolls.
All right. Okay. Ooh,
That'll be a hit. Roll for 1d8 for damage.
1d8. A 5. Ooh, very
A
good.
goodly hit. This creature has 1 hit point, and it will need to make a
Morale check. Hell yeah, baby.
immediately. And I think it's charisma sucks. Is that right?
We get rid of the enemies. We save Droney. Everything's
And
fine.
he's no Sir Snurf.
All right.
Nobody is like Sir Snurf. Snurf, snurf.
It is now contemplating its life choices.
I do that.
That
all the
was
time.
Taryn's turn, and that now is this Sawagan's turn. This Sawagan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. This Sawagan is hightailing it. He says, no, thank you. And have y'all ever seen Danger 5?
No.
So, there's a recurring gag in Danger 5 when they try to... their mission every episode is to kill Hitler, and every episode Hitler jumps out the glass window to escape. And that's what this Sawagan does. There is a chute here where the bodies of the sacrificed are dumped and tossed into the bone pit, and this Sawagan says he'd rather test his odds with that than deal with the rest of you.
Wow.
It jumps into the bloody
Wow.
chute and tries to escape.
Amazing.
Wow. I want
Wow.
Helga to try to shoot him, but he's already gone, isn't he?
He's gone.
Yes.
Let's save Droney. Priorities.
All right. Top of the round.
Sir Snurf comes
ass.
in, busts through the door with his newfound confidence, and just has enjoyed this moment so much before. So now he's just like, ah! And he attacks this guy. He does not save him because he's not thinking.
Make your attack roll.
Okay, and that would be strength
Yes.
at normal. Come on, Snurf! Snurf!
Get
Good
that
attack
damage.
roll.
Get that damage. Come on.
Roll a 10-sided die for damage.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go! Damn it!
Still something. Still good.
Again, if this were against any of you, this
be
was an
dead.
attack that could have killed an ordinary person.
Exactly.
Against this Sawagan, it is now bloodied and it is contemplating its life choices. Let's see. It is regretting its life choices. Good.
Good.
So.
Good job, Snurf. You made you made this poor man not doubt himself.
Next turn, Harvester.
Harvester. Okay, he's got he's got a short bow. So 1, 2, 3. Gonna open fire.
Open fire.
12. Oof. Nope.
Regrettably, that does not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, he gave it a go. It's fair enough.
Good. Borwas.
Borwas with his
Boras.
10-foot pole. Oh, he's got the torch as well. 1, 2,
Whop him!
3. we go.
Technically, you could stand like 10 feet from him and still smack him.
Yeah, no attack of opportunities, so that would be fine. And we'll call that good. The first diagonal is 5 feet.
With his hilarious. Oh my god. Well, he is just not destined to do these things.
Borwas.
Re-roll. This is the last, I think.
It's certain.
It's
yeah. Do you want to give me your luck token and change? Borwas' fate.
Let's. Do we get luck tokens like every game or?
Yes, this is an Eberron game, which is decidedly pulp.
Okay.
So
then yes, I will give you the luck token.
Good. Roll again.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's much better.
All right, that's a hit. Oh. Roll 1d4 for damage.
I'll take anything.
4.
2.
Damn. It has 2 left, right?
Damage is damage.
Yes, that's right. A pole's a pole. Wow. The Borwas. Droney.
He's just like on the ground like
Droney has 4 rounds left to live.
He's drooling from the mouth a little bit.
Helga.
Helga comes into the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. Why aren't you moving? Can I go here?
Works for me.
I shoot.
Make your attack roll.
Dex?
Oh, yes. That's a hit.
Okay. We just need something better than 1.
Don't be saying these things. Don't be saying these things.
Yes! All right. Good. And with that,
Dead
good.
Boy. Dead boy.
You have shot the last Sawagan. Now, time is of the essence.
Yeah.
Somebody get that poor man up.
It's okay.
Come on.
So how do you? So you're trying to save Droney first. How do you do it?
What's the roll based on for first aid?
First aid is DC 15 intelligence. However, if you have a healing potion, you can administer that potion, and that will heal him too.
Yeah, I wouldn't say any of my guys are great for intelligence. Probably.
Harvester's not bad for intelligence.
We could attempt it, and then if it fails, we give the healing potion.
Yep, and which Helga has.
All right, go for it then. Make your intelligence check.
Intelligence
Save
check.
Brony.
Nope. It's a 9.
All right, that's a fail. Okay.
Yep, I think we go with the healing potion, unless you want to try some, Jenny.
I want you to re-roll it.
I'll use a
do you
luck.
want to use? Do you want to use Harvester's luck token?
I
Yes.
suppose, yeah.
Go
We can
for
give
it.
that a go.
Save that healing potion. It's worth it.
Fair, yeah. That's what I thought too. 16!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Good.
Good call.
Knock
Good
it out.
call.
Clever as you are, you luck seems to turn on your side, as though the draconic prophecy had had sanctioned this very moment. Droney awakens, and he is no longer dying. He will need to be carried.
We got less than a minute.
Oh, that's okay. We're good. We're gonna call it good. Y'all have beaten the scenario. Let me.
Also, aren't those pillars of fire?
Those are cauldrons of fire.
Let
So
Josh do his thing.
y'all will not be in darkness. The only question is so admittedly, in the course of the next few minutes, your torch goes out, but you're able to get materials together between the pile of broken weapons and the cloths of and various cloths you find around. You're able to make a makeshift torch, but otherwise you're able to get by on the moonlight once you get to the beach. In the meantime, you free the prisoners, including the captain. Oh God, what happened? Okay, there we go. Including the captain, Captain Kaede de Larandar, who has the dragon mark of Storm. You've also successfully saved the first mate and one of the half-elf crew.
Sweet.
You have more than enough manpower to make this magically enchanted boat happen. You free them. One of you carries Droney out, and by moonlight, you go across the sandy beach and make it back to your elemental galleon after a little bit of ado and a little bit of anxiety, worried about some attack from Sawagan or Deep Ones. You are fortunate enough that no such attack happened. The elemental engine reactivates. The pillar of water surrounding the ship reactivates, pushes it off the reef, and shoots it back into the navigable waters. Now that the storm is over, no one wants to take much risk, and so it takes you a bit longer to get to Stormreach than you had hoped. But by the time you arrive to the shore, the captain offers you his formal apology and his formal thanks for saving his life and doing what you could to save the crew. Congratulations, your characters are now officially first-level adventurers.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Now,
And nobody died!
That's stressful.
Let's review the results of this session. You found 3 out of 4 consumables within this dungeon.
Oh.
Of the magic items within this dungeon, you found 0 of the 3 available.
Fair.
You found none of the hidden doors, and you had no interactions with NPCs, and no random encounters.
Well, you know what? You know what? For a level
that.
0 run to be completely safe, I think this was pretty good. You know what? I'll take that. It was about not dying.
I can't believe there was 3 magic items that we couldn't find.
There were 3 magic items.
Well, we couldn't get to the pedestal. It was probably something there.
I
don't know where the hidden door would have been.
And to your point, Nate, if you feel like you want to use the dragon mark of finding, let this be your one-time warning that if you feel the sense to use it, you probably should use it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let me tell you about your character's ancestral traits that could have been helpful as well.
Oh.
Borwas has trickery. Once per day, you can teleport to a near location you can see.
I did forget about that. That's true. But not. Well, he probably was a bit useful, especially with
Droney.
getting to the obelisk.
Yes.
Droney, once you have an alien symbiote. Once per day, you can call forth your symbiote from your body to serve you for 3 rounds. It functions either as a bat, a spider, or a jellyfish.
Oh,
And
that's so cool.
We could have sent that in the room.
No. We're just getting that ability now, right?
No, y'all had it the entire time.
This is yeah. He's telling us what. It's fine. I forgot about trickery as well. It's fun.
It definitely was on your character sheet.
It's on the sheets. If you scroll down on the sheets, sometimes they're there.
Well, damn.
Because I saw trickery and I was like, oh, that'd be useful, but I totally forgot.
Yeah, that's true. You still didn't die even after all this.
We did.
Hyelga. Once per day, you have rage. Once per day, your attacks deal plus 1d4 damage for 3 rounds.
Ooh.
Wow.
We just need to make you hit.
Yeah.
So, and all this, I can't click on my character. No, yes, I can. They're right here.
Yeah, that's already on your character sheet. Sir Schnurf is a human, and he already has his extra constitution configured in.
Oh, I see. Yeah. It's under traits and abilities.
Because he's the only one with 2 health. That's why it was more risky to put him in.
And Harvester already has his high armor class configured as well.
Yep.
And Terran has on the hunt once per day. You can ask the GM to reveal a location of the nearest hidden thing.
Ooh. But that's the finding, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I could have coached you on using it, but I wanted to make sure you felt like you were making a choice.
Yeah.
So in the future, y'all had that, and in the future, it could make your adventuring even easier. Now, we technically need to be wrapping up, but do you have any idea what character you might be moving forward with, and what class they might be?
Oh, we can only pick one.
Terran.
Well, you could have a small adventuring guild if you wanted to. I don't know who else is going to join our stream after all, but
that's true. If we do have more people join in, which I would absolutely love, we could just, narrow it down to just one each. But if it's just me and Nathan,
then probably 2 or 3 each would be fine. So let me ask instead. Let's just go down the list. For Borwas, what class do you think would be good for Borwas, Nate? The 4 classic classes are priest, fighter, thief, and wizard. His highest stats are dexterity and wisdom, which means he would do well as a thief or as a priest.
I was probably leaning more towards priest. I think it would just be more in line with what he does.
Makes sense to me. The Seekers of the Blood do wield divine magic after all. Cool. So we'll level him up as a priest. Droney, your highest stat is charisma. Your second highest stat is wisdom. What do you think Droney's class will be?
What are the choices again?
Well, the 4 classic classes are priest, fighter, wizard, and thief. So he would do well as a priest. He would do fine as a fighter. He would do fine as a wizard. But he would excel either as a priest or as one of the following: either a Knight of St. Idris, a bard, or a hex slinger.
Ooh.
I think that sounds the most intriguing. He's indebted. He doesn't have the best attitude. He keeps to himself. He's, that sounds. The other 2 don't seem like he wouldn't be a bard. I don't think he'd be a.
All right.
It's funny because he's so charismatic.
All right. So Hexslinger it is then?
Yeah, what exactly does that entail?
A Hexslinger is like a warlock from third, fourth, and fifth edition, except it goes by a different name, and so it has a curse that it puts on people. It shoots people with a powerful magical ray, and it is also indebted, trafficked, pact bound with some supernatural entity.
That sounds
Ah,
just right.
great. We'll deal with the details later.
Cool.
And Bortwas, I'm gonna go ahead and lock you in for priest.
Okay,
Um,
so
so Harvester. Harvester is uh Harvester's best stat is Dex, and Intelligence is his second best stat at 13.
Logically, wizard.
All right, Wizard it is.
okay, so Helga's best at strength
Mm-hmm.
and
I would
on
so there's a couple of good options for her. Fighter is great. We also have a Barbarian class and a Seawolf class.
barbarian.
Barbarian.
Get that rage. Yeah.
Now we need one person to be a healer.
We have a priest.
I don't think that's gonna be.
Borwas
the
has
priest.
potential to use. So let's go with Sir Schnurf. He calls himself a war hero, and certainly he has a great sword. Also, by the way, the
Certainly does.
great sword is one word. If it's two word, that means a sword, which is really good.
Great.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
awesome.
his stats basically suck, except for Constitution. His second best stat is Dex. Um, his mental stats suck. So he could make he could be a serviceable fighter or a decent thief. Oh God. But you have already, I can let you already use your ambitious for strength, but if you change classes from something else, I would let you re-roll your ambitious trait. Or retrain your ambitious trait.
Okay. I
So
think.
mm-hmm.
So in fighter, you said either a thief or a.
Either a fighter or a thief is probably because he's all physical, and the only thing he has really going for him is that he is harder to kill.
Okay. Let's just make him fighter.
Fighter, good. A perfect option. Nothing wrong with that. So, Sir Schnurf is a fighter, and Terran.
Thief. 100%.
Thief.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Dragon Mark of
Great.
Finding, Street Urchin, Thief. Absolutely.
All right. So your characters have survived their first level 0 gauntlet. We had no deaths. And
we almost
again,
did, but we pulled through.
And I heard a request for a recap, and unfortunately, we're just wrapping up here. But the level 0 characters survived the gauntlet, and they have been promoted to level 1, and we just got done deciding what classes they will have. Your accomplishments, if there's one stat on here I forgot to list. Character deaths. Character deaths. So 0 out of 6.
0 out of 6.
No, it's worth celebrating.
It is.
If I were to give this a ranking, I would give your ranking, I'll give your ranking a B-. Well done.
You know what? That's pretty good in my opinion. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that, everybody? We passed the class.
We passed
today.
it. We'll give
Good.
you Rex. We'll give you a little bit of a recap once Josh has to go soon to go to
Yeah,
work. But
yep,
me and
that's
Nathan
right.
will chat for a little while.
Thank you. Uh, Thank you, Space Pants, for playing with me, and thank you, Nate Dogg, for hosting. And friends in the chat, I'm so glad to have met y'all, and I'm hoping that we're going to be able to hang out and play more soon. Um, if uh, uh, I don't know, but it's up to you, Nate, since this is your channel. But the if our audience has any ideas about the campaign, I would love to hear it.
I
Mhm.
think that'd be so interesting if they give their ideas and level of input to potentially inspire and shape things in your opinion. Especially since you're the dungeon master, you have that full control. I think that'd be great. We can run some of the ideas by you and see what he takes on board. You never know,
Uh,
guys. You could sway these campaigns.
Oh yes, definitely. And I gotta say, I've played many a game with Josh here in person, playing ShadowDark, and he's very, very good at listening to other people's ideas and implementing them into a great story. Essentially, the goal is to have a fun time, and sometimes that means he can be a little bit more flexible, and that's awesome.
yes, flexible but also ruthless. If y'all had fucked around with that giant crab, for example, you would have found out. Uh, I would
Yeah.
also like to
You're gonna throw a
point out
barnacle
that
at it. What the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah.
it's also worth
I
pointing out
distracted it away from you.
that y'all all because of your choices, you also narrowly avoided one of your characters being eaten alive by piranhas. Um, so,
Oh yeah.
Or
The
so,
wasps.
poor
so,
wasp.
Flying
uh,
Poor
gnomes.
ass. Get back here. Poor
so,
ass.
so cool. With that, friends, I gotta get out of here. Thank you all
Yes,
so
yes.
much. I'm so excited for the next time. Please keep me updated about what happens in the chat after. I'm dying to know.
Will do.
Take care, y'all.
Take care, Josh. Thank you so much, buddy.
Bye,
Bye,
Josh.
friends.
All right.
Let me pull us into maybe not that one. Give me a sec. What I'm gonna do here, so we can have a little unwind chat time. I need to do this. We're gonna do that.
How do I hang up? Dang.
You gotta close your
The
ninja
Discord.
video ninja.
Oh no, my ninja's closed. I'm trying to. I'm
Oh,
having a.
Discord.
I'm
Just
having a.
Discord.
Got it.
Bye, Josh.
Bye, Josh. There we go. Now it's just our videos, nice and simple on the stream. So this
That
way
was
we can
so
do a little
fun,
bit of
guys.
catch up. We can do a little bit of chat with the chat while I kind of implement some sources and stuff to make it a little more fun. Let
Oh yeah.
me. I'll do a little bit of work on that. While Jenny
Uh,
hopefully interacts, everybody kind of gives them a little
yeah. I'm
recap.
looking
I
at
think
the
that'd be
chat
fun.
now. Uh, uh, Dee Dee Murray, I saw earlier that you said something to the effect of that you don't. Oh, here it is. Don't understand most of D&D, but y'all are making it fun. I really appreciated that comment. And I just, it's hard to react to the chat when, I want to make sure I respect what other people are doing while my character is waiting. But I do see all of the comments, and that one made me really happy. All of them made me really happy. I loved the engagement of the chat. Let's see. So today, uh, today we started this campaign after our groups um, our group shipwrecked on this island, and we stumbled into this cave. Both me and Nathan were playing three characters each, and the thing about ShadowDark is it's really easy to die in the beginning. So that's another reason why we're playing three each
Why is that, Jenny? Why is that?
because we have one hit point. That's it. One. That's why. And also, I make bad decisions.
Just popping our names
So
out there as well.
essentially, the uh, the thing about ShadowDark is it's really 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 fun because you get to do a lot of exploration, and the more things you find, the faster you get to level up. But today was our very first one, so we don't technically level up by finding things yet. We leveled up by successfully not dying.
Take care,
And
Logan.
the yes, take care, Logan. Um, the first time I ever played a ShadowDark game, I played with two other players. Each of us had three characters. All but one of mine died. I think one person had all their characters die, and another person had one of their three die. And so that was an experience, but a very good learning one. But as we went through today, um, there were many funny instances where some of Nathan's characters almost died, and um,
One.
y-
Let's correct the record here. She makes it
if
sound like my
I
characters
didn't,
were dumb here. One of my characters, my gnome, decided to go pursue some blood in the dark because he's a bit of a he likes blood. He's got a bit of a problem, if I'm honest with you.
I don't
And he almost
understand.
got blown off of the cliff. And I'll admit
Mhm.
that was a bad idea. It blew out the torch. Yeah, I'll admit. But I
And
was I was not
if
concerned about losing the gnome character out of everybody because I was like, he's
oh,
a
it
bit
could
of a
have happened
strange
so
one. So
easily.
I wasn't too worried if I was
Oh
going to
yeah,
lose him.
you wouldn't have mind.
But he was the only one.
If
He was the only
Searchner
problem
didn't
character.
throw that barnacle, that crab wouldn't have turned around
You
away from
you
us.
you.
It would have
Let's
attacked
also correct the record there. You specifically said you were going to first throw the barnacle at the crab,
Well, I was thinking, well,
which
either hit the crab or throw it next to the crab or like the opposite direction of the people.
that would have been
It
so.
was
If you would have hit the crab, I would have been like, well, first of all, he gonna fight us now. He might not be fully aware of where we are on the ground with him. So that no, don't be doing that.
well, I didn't think that when it spotted us, it was going to come and want a hug. Like we're not going to like
So
adopt
so
this
so so you
crab as
thought you
our
thought
pet.
throw a barnacle at it, piss it off, and see what happens.
No, no. My first thought was to throw it away from it, to distract it. And
That
so,
generally
and
sounds
then I
good.
thought, well, maybe, um, chutney. And my second thought was to throw it at it. And I thought, well, if I can damage it, that's good. So that was the first pitch that I verbalized.
Mm-hmm.
But it was in my head
With
to
a bit of
distract it the whole time.
with a bit of help. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, look,
Yep.
if it was a small thing, I was all for attempting a fight. But when I saw it with a big thing, I was like,
It was so big.
because we're level 0, and I was like, we
I
can't have a fight at level 0. We can't.
If you guys, when this is posted, you can go back and see when we first saw the crab. Yeah, it was really scary, but there's one point where I actually screamed. And I was very surprised that and it moved directly to us, and it was right up against us, and it freaked me out. And then I realized, okay, wait, it's on the ground. It's on the ground.
Yeah,
We're safe. It's
yeah,
okay. But yeah, that was scary. I went something like that.
you did,
That was fun.
and that's the beauty of this is the fact that even though this is a live stream, when the live stream ends, it will then become a video on demand on the Nate Narrates channel, so you'll still be able to see it. I think it's on a specific live tab, but you will still be able to kind of see it in its entirety. So don't worry, that's still going to be a thing.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm thinking probably every Thursday. If Thursday wouldn't work, every other Thursday or whatever. I'm also um honestly, we could do this any day we wanted, but I
I
like
mean,
doing
it
it on
mainly
the day I
depends
have
on
off.
people availability. Exactly. I mean, Josh
Hmm.
is the DM, because
Yep,
I too can mostly do it any kind of day. But yeah, it's
and we do have the ability, at least on the framework that we currently have on the stream, we have the ability to fit at least two more people in. So if hopefully in the future we will have more people,
absolutely,
it could be very very fun.
absolutely. I mean, I think this went really well. I really, really did for
Me
our
too.
first
I
little
really enjoyed it.
foray into live streaming a D&D game. I thought it was challenging. I thought it was fun. But I mean, we were able to make everything happen. It's just the fact that we have the capabilities these days is just incredible, and the fact we got to share it with such a vast audience. I mean, that's also great. See if anybody else is interested, if there's things they want to learn, if there's a lot more questions they have about these sort of things, then we can always see if Josh is willing to do any like how-to videos about D&D to kind of like help scope some ideas out for people, so they further understand a little bit more what's going on. Because the only problem with us playing it live is well, it's mainly the torch timer is the real problem when it comes to playing it live, is that it makes it harder and more of a time constraint for us to focus on playing and not so much focus on the interaction with chat. So I think maybe in the future we have to find ways to have like breakpoints where we can kind of be able to implement that as well. But I'm sure we'll figure it out as we go. It's a new thing for us. It's a learning curve. But the fact is we have the capability, and over time I'm sure we'll figure out how to do it even better. And then before we know it, we could start doing like community games. We can do like all kinds of stuff. That's the beauty of this.
Yep.
It mainly depends on Josh since he is the DM, but I get the feeling he's really open to just kind of going buck wild with some awesome fun Dungeons and Dragons time.
DD Murray asks, how do you pick who plays? Well, that is a very good question. We have not really talked about it as a group with Josh and what he feels most comfortable with and who he feels most comfortable being, an addition to what we have going on here. But I'm personally I would love to have whether that is friends we already know in our personal lives or even potentially subscribers to Nate Narrates. But as soon as we kind of nail down how we're going to decide that, we will let you know, definitely. What do you think, Nathan?
I mean, I definitely think we've got quite a good size friend pool when it comes to the people who want to play D&D. But then obviously it's yet again, it comes down to time constraints, scheduling, things like that. And, especially if we're going to start making this a more regular thing, it has to then become a commitment for these other people, which is why I think it's good for us to be able to have it kind of flexible at the moment. But I mean, yeah, I guess it really depends because I'm happy to play with anybody at the end of the day. I mean, I'm just going to still be me and play the way I think I would play the certain characters because that's just kind of how I do things. So I wouldn't mind playing with anybody. I guess we have to just see what ideas Josh likes the sound of and see what we can come up with together as a group. Because like I said, I think the idea of having community members involved from time to time or something would be really cool. You know?
Absolutely. That is a good question. Thank you, Mary.
Very good question.
But yeah. If anybody has any more questions, please let us know in the chat.
Yeah, don't be afraid to hit us with it. We still got a bit of time.
What was your favorite part of today's game, Nathan?
The fact that none of us died.
I did like that.
That
part,
was
yeah.
I mean the fact that Droney went down, and I mean that was a little concerning, especially given the fact that when I found out the enemies had 9 hit points, it was a real concern, and I was like, oh my god, we could lose this. We could wipe the majority of our party, but we got incredibly lucky. We got incredibly lucky with some of that. It was incredible. Rex, you have an idea? Hit us with it, my dude.
What's the idea, man? I think my favorite part was when Sure Snurf busted in the room like with his giant sword. That was
your favorite part, Sir Snurf.
Yeah, it was the most fun.
Being
it was the most
what he should have been the whole time.
fun to imagine. Yeah, what he's doing, what he should have been doing the whole time. He did the first one like terrified, right? And then he's like, "Oh, I can do this." Yeah. Smack. Rex, I'm sure you're about to tell us, but if you have an idea for story-wise stuff, I will say you could have subscribers as a character, so you can have different subscriber each time.
Are you okay there?
I'm just reading his.
I'm gonna have to teach you. I'm gonna have to teach you etiquette. You want to stay on camera.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
then we can just read it out loud. And that's how we can read it. So it says, I will say you could have subscribers as a one-off character, so that way you can have a different subscriber each time, and everyone who wants to have a chance to play with y'all. I think that I think that's a fun idea. I really, really do. And
well, we might have so many people interested from the subscriber list that we only get so many, after so long, like additional subscriber each week. And I wouldn't want people who haven't been able to play with us yet get uh, like think maybe the person who got to play was like priority or like favorited or something like that. I want
Well, so that's why
everybody
we'd probably
to
do
have.
if we were to do something like that, we'd have to obviously do a list, wouldn't we?
Hmm.
And then we just work our
Or
way
a
through the
drawing,
list.
or like a drawing,
Well,
so
yeah,
it's
but see,
not biased.
I think the problem with the drawing is the only problem is unless you keep the names out of the hat after you've done a draw, that's the only problem is the fact they can be redrawn, right?
Hmm. But yeah,
I think we're on the
it's
same
stuff.
page though.
That stuff we'll probably end up talking with Josh about. I know Josh prefers Shadow Dark a lot because it gives him the freedom to have people come and go out of the game by week to week. So the game that he usually holds here at our apartment, Josh is my roommate. The games that we have held here, we don't know who's going to show up that week. We have probably a group of 12 people, and about 5 to 6 of them are different, different each week, usually are able to make it. So one week, well, I'm able to play every time because I live here, but um, let's say one week his friend Connor wanted to play, and Connor plays Old Bocephus, that character. Um, Connor might not be able to make it the week after, so somebody else will come in and either with permission play Old Bocephus, or Old Bocephus is said to go back to camp that week, and we pick up where we left off, and with whatever characters are available that day. So having people come in and out of the game is usually pretty easy from week to week, and it actually what Josh really likes about the flexibility in that, if that makes sense. Old Bocephus is a really
I
great
think
character.
I think what she's also trying to say is the idea is a really good one. We just have to see if we can figure out the semantics, and
Yep.
if it turns out that all of us agree, then from there we have to figure out how we're going to implement it.
Oh,
But it is absolutely something that we could potentially do.
what if you have a story where you are a bug or like shrunk down? That sounds like Grounded and
So
Honey We Shrunk the Kids, and
yeah,
that's absolutely incredibly entertaining. I
it,
would
it
love
definitely
that.
gives you exactly. It's a lot of the interesting nostalgia vibes. It gives you the idea that it's a more familiar setting because it's things that you would potentially encounter in everyday life anyway. But now you've made it a more horrifying experience.
No,
It's
that
a
spider is the
pretty good
size of a
idea.
bus.
It is a pretty good idea, especially if you ask me if you're like a newer age DM and you don't really have a whole lot of ideas of how you want to do stuff, or you're a little unsure of getting all these different kind of monster information and this and that together. I think the idea of having something like that makes it a little easier and a little more steeped in simplicity for you to make it more manageable for an earlier campaign, perhaps even. But I think the idea overall is just fun. It's just a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Was there anything that maybe um you felt needed to be included in my very, very, very fast recap of our time today?
I, I don't really think so. No, I mean, because it's yet again. I think a big part of it is the dungeon master has an awful lot of the information. They're the one who does the majority of the storytelling, whereas we kind of help create parts of the story. So it's hard for us to retain all the information that he gives us, which then makes it
Mm-hmm.
hard to do a crazy full on recap. So I think kind of like the highlights of certain things that have happened
Mm-hmm.
makes it more digestible for people afterwards, which is so I think you did a great job.
Well, thank you. I know that if people come back and they're watching next week and you don't really know what's going on, we're in the world of Eberron, and in Eberron, things aren't controlled by, like, let's say, elements like fire, steam, whatever. They're controlled by elementals, as in the ship can move because a magical creature that is uh, essentially an
Like the movie Elemental.
like a like the movie Elemental, like a fire spirit or water spirit or whatever. That thing controls the movement of the ship, and there is also
For example.
for example, but there was one time in an other in a Shadow Dark game that I was playing where we were going through this really broken down bar restaurant area, and we walked back to the freezer area, and in the wall is a blue frozen.
I love it too, Sloan Murray.
Aw.
We're not trying to
I
cut
love
you off.
everyone.
I'm just trying to keep
Yeah,
chat
yeah, you're
engaged.
good. You're good. So we see this ball embedded in the wall. We see the sphere, and it's icy, and it's obviously, the DM says it is an ice elemental, or whatnot, and it is being used to make the freezer work. So we decided to take that with us, and the refrigerator turned off. That's how those work in Eberron. But yeah, I really like Eberron. I like its. Um, I really like its steampunk aesthetic in those areas, but I also like the Indiana Jones-ish area too. Very pulpy. Love it. Love it.
100%.
All right.
Ticks a lot of boxes for me. I was very excited to just go on fuck around journeys. It's just great. The idea is just great. Ah, man.
All
3.5
right.
hours. We've done well. We've done very well for our first little stream of Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, very pleased with
Yes,
that.
and
We'll definitely see about pinning down future dates. I mean, like Jenny was saying, hopefully we can do every Thursday, kind of the same sort of time. We'll see if maybe we can come up with some other ideas along the way to implement. Perhaps even like Dee Dee was saying, one-off characters here and there, or even just members of the chat. And then maybe there's only so much interest, in which case certain people can keep returning. It just makes it a little bit more fun and interactable for even more people involved. And I think that's a great idea, honestly. So
yeah.
we'll definitely talk to Josh and see if we can implement that, because if we can, who knows? You could be
Why
in the
not?
next one.
Yeah.
Maybe not this upcoming one, but you
It
could be
you.
in one. It could be you.
It could
This has been
be
great.
you.
This has been super, super great.
It's gonna be me. Sorry.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us. This has been fantastic fun. We really hope you've had a good time with us. And we'll keep you posted about when the next one is and how everything's going to keep working and stuff like that. Who knows? Yep. Who knows? Take care, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.